Alright. So, when we last left off, you all had managed to ransack Sparth 2 for all it's worth, at least for the most part, in one factory, before you accidentally activated one of these ancient automatons, and with its attack you were able to handedly defeat it, before causing a chain reaction that set off a bunch of other cataclysmic warheads and mines and other things to explode, causing a majority of the planet to become engulfed in virtual hellfire. But as you guys managed to get out and into space and just start heading your way towards the nearest Ark space station, licking your wounds and gathering yourselves, what would you all like to be doing? And if anybody would basically like to debrief each other and catch each other up on what you were doing and whatnot, and maybe discuss amongst yourselves what you'd like to do next. I will say that Inu was probably on the ship keeping an eye on it, so if you want to let them know what happened in character, that might be a good thing to do.
Well, to cut it short, we blew up a world.
Oh God.
We did get the guy, though.
Yes, we did get the man. He's right here. I gesture over to Faraday.
Cool, I guess, but you I don't want answers. No, I don't want any answers to that.
Well, a good thing though, there was no one on the planet when we left. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That we know
Yeah,
of.
let's just. I'm gonna just pretend. I'm gonna assume that nobody was on there. So yeah, no harm. Just to keep my
I'm not
sanity.
gonna lie, that actually makes me think.
Stop with the hopefullys, please.
What?
You're scaring me.
What are you talking about?
There could have been life on that planet.
Oh, but it's too
Well,
late to go back now.
It was their life or ours. We chose ours.
Well, technically, we could have just, flew away.
Yeah.
Nerd.
So what was the
MIA
point
one
of...
said, I got to destroy a planet.
But why
Well,
would
that
you
is something
do
we all
that?
managed to take off our bucket list, at
And
least.
I asked the question.
It was a team effort. We used the power of friendship.
The power of
And
friendship
nuke.
to destroy a planet.
And a nuke that we've made.
And a nuke that we found.
Improvised nuclear
What an
device.
extra... Man, I could have stopped everyone, but no. I had to stay on the ship. Darn it.
You could have sighed to stop everyone.
It was a life or
Yeah,
death
but
situation.
who pressed the red button?
Paimon.
I pressed it once. So technically, I did.
Yeah, but it was your idea to shoot it out the pod.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm sorry. I come up with good ideas. My bad.
Anyway, we managed to
First
survive.
one so far.
Listen, we managed to survive. We got off the planet. Everyone's okay. I might have taken some scratches here and there, but I'm fine. Somewhat.
I've already patched you up as much as I could.
Oh, well, I mean, I've lost a hand, that's everything, really. Well, I haven't really lost a hand, I've just lost the armor. But everything's okay. We all made it.
Big
That's
guy,
the
you took
important
more
thing.
than a scratch.
Yeah. At
Oh,
least
I've
this
had
was almost dead. I guess. At least you guys aren't dead, so that's cool, I guess.
To be fair, if we were dead, you probably would have been too.
Yeah, I'm aware. Well aware.
I got new gun it build.
Have you put that thing together anyways?
Nope, I need a screwdriver.
Alexander. Yeah, well, nah, he doesn't have one on him right now.
Okay.
Cha.
You don't offer her one of your many motorized drills that you have?
Yeah, on the ship.
Okay.
Back in the med bay.
I mean, you guys are on the ship.
Oh, I thought you said we got off the ship and Inu was watching it.
No, I was saying that while Eno was on the ship guarding it, and you guys were out doing your adventure, now that you have escaped the planet, how do you catch Enu back up? You guys are currently
fine,
in
Alexander,
space,
we'll go
heading back
grab
to an
one.
ARC space station.
Mm-mm.
Well, hopefully I can find some scrap metal or something to replace my hand, at least. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Maybe
Alexander
someone in ARC could
motions
help
to
you.
the SAS can full of scrap metal that we
So
collected.
he got badly.
Yes, all's well and good. We managed to survive. I managed to save my friends this time from imminent death, and we're all fine. That's the most important thing.
Thank you for that, by the way. I didn't want to die.
You're very welcome.
I'm sure that no one's dead. Cool.
Says the guy that wanted to crawl inside of the unknown machine. I didn't want to die.
What?
I just didn't want to die, but
Yeah,
it was
I
just an
didn't wanna
interesting looking machine.
Pretty serious
And it was
about this being
oddly
morbidly
me-shaped.
serious.
Look, I found a lot of
Okay.
things that have been Paimon shaped.
This
that I wanted to
machine
go
is
in.
oddly me-shaped.
Do you guys want me to tell you what that machine was, or do you just want to leave it a mystery?
Genuinely
I'm guessing that's where like you would put a
Uh,
battery.
MIA one said,
You're now
Or like-
yeah, I took
powerful.
damage out of nowhere from singing.
I do want to know what it is, actually.
It was pack
What it was.
punch.
Oh! Alright.
That was a pack-a-punch?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So if we did put Paimon in there...
I think I would have
Don't worry, there'll be more.
More pack of
If we put Paimon in there, we would have gotten the Robinmon.
we would have gotten someone useful for once.
We would have
we'll
gotten
find
DJ
Juggernaut.
Greymon.
We would have gotten Katemon.
I don't even know what any of this shit is.
They're Digimon evolutions.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, who is driving the ship?
I'd say Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander's probably like plugged in next to him to help.
All right, Alexander, would you like to roll to help out then?
Sure, I'll help out.
Okay.
You want me just to roll a flat d6?
D6 plus cool.
Okay, that is a 4.
Okay, mixed success. Very good. Silva, you can roll. I'll give you 3 dice, plus sharp.
A 2, a 2, and a 5.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make you mark experience, but I'm also not going to do anything too bad either. Y'all can go back to your conversations.
You saying mark experience reminded me of a question. If I took that +1 to driving, would that count towards flying ship? The +1 from the professional?
Can you just at any point in time add +1 to anything you do?
It just says +1 to driving.
Yes. So these would actually be 3s, 2 3s and a 6, which would be 2 mixed
Well, I haven't
successes and
taken
1
it
complete
yet.
success.
I haven't taken it yet. If I mark an experience, I'm 1 away from level up as well. It made me remember that I was thinking about that.
Yeah. I didn't want to do anything too bad, so I think what I will do is, if you want to mark experience, you can put the ship in peril.
I don't want to do that. It just reminded me that I needed to ask because I would forget otherwise.
Okay. The next time that you mark experience, you can get that move.
I also had a question. If we're level, because I leveled up last session, do I have to text you if I'm taking a move from a different class beforehand? Or...
It would be nice, but just kind of in general, your character sheet is to help you remember your stuff and whatnot. And so whenever, I call people to do this, or if you want to do something, let me know, like, hey, I've got this move, can I use this for whatever,
Yeah, alright.
Because
I
normally
haven't
whenever you
chosen
want to do
anything yet, I was
something,
just
you
kinda-
roll one dice just for doing it, and you roll another if you have a move that's relevant. So, yeah. And we're a little loosey-goosey with this game system anyways, but it's pretty bare bones.
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Okay. You do not perceive anything, so you all can go back to your conversations, and I'll let you know when something happens.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to take a look at this wonderful weapon that I picked up in the laboratory, and I'm going to look at it very deeply and skillfully, hopefully.
Okay.
So I'll go do that if anyone needs me. I will go.
Oh, so you do it by yourself.
I do it by myself.
All right. Give me 1d6.
1d6.
Plus weird.
How long is it
Break
until
that
we get to the ARC station?
7.
I would probably say about like 7 hours. Yeah. All right, I think it was like 5 or 7 hours for you guys to get there in the first place, right? I don't remember.
Oh,
exactly.
I was saying what I got, not the hours.
No, I understand. You do understand this weapon very well. That it is basically just a barrel, and then it is hooked up to a power core, and basically it is just kind of like its own miniature fusion reactor that it just shoots out beams of radiation, and then it'll overheat if you try to use it too much, and it can become unstable. But it's a very crude weapon. Someone fashioned this together probably on the battlefields, or maybe Faraday made this while testing with some random stuff. But it does not look like this was professionally designed. This was not manufactured. This is a one-off, and so there will be no information on this. This is relatively crude, but you do understand how it works and what it does.
Yeah, about the weapon, by the way, what class would it go into in terms of arc weaponry? Would it just go straight into hyper? Or, if it were just classified?
It would be hyper weaponry, because it'd be a plasma.
Alrighty, fair enough. I just wanted to know that. Thank you very much for that.
This might be one of the few things that people might try to confiscate from you. As long as you understand that you know what it is, they won't. If you were initiate, they would definitely take this from you. But since you guys are...
You mean conscripts?
Yes, when you're conscripts, this would be taken from you. Now that you're initiates, you're good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction.
Mia, you said you needed a screwdriver, correct?
I'm gonna go top off my water. I'll be right back.
Lisa.
So yes, there
MIA
are screwdrivers
once said,
on the ship.
yes.
She can find any tool she needs.
Go get one for my area.
And
All right, I'm back.
Found it.
And don't touch anything else.
Well, you kind of said that after she found it.
Okay.
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 Well, do you
Okay.
believe her?
Do you believe her?
Okay, I believe
No.
Zero, take an egg point.
you.
Jump in the line.
Rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line.
Oh, jeez.
How could I forget that when we did a remnant session all around it? Okay,
It seems like nobody else has any specific things that they want to do, so we can jump forward a little bit of time, and you all get a sensation that distracts you from whatever you're doing. Maybe you were working on something, maybe you were asleep. There is a jostle in the ship, as if something has just bumped into it. A rather large something.
Does
I
the ship
get
have
up
windows?
It does, but only on very specific like viewing platforms, which is mostly like the airlocks, the what the cockpit? No, what is
Yeah.
that? The
Cockpit.
is it a cockpit
Helm.
or is it a
It depends on how it's structured. It's probably I'm going to say helm.
helm? Helm
but
is probably the best
It's
term.
close. Because cockpit would be only room for like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, I think helm is a better term because that is like where your hacking station is that
Really,
Alec
that's the
enters
word.
at. Yeah. Bridge. That was the term I was looking for. Like you guys have a
Oh,
very
bridge.
small bridge.
I would like to check the windows to see if I could find anything.
Okay.
Are there any exterior cameras?
Like if you think of like the Millennium Falcon, how that's like a small room but there's a ton of stuff in there, it would kind of be that setup but probably bigger. So I think like the Millennium Falcon, while it does have a lot of stuff, would be considered a cockpit because it's just a couple seats. I think it would be bigger than that. I think it'd be like a small bridge, not as big as like the Enterprise on like Star Trek, not that big, but you know, something in between those two, where there's like enough space for people to walk around and interact with things. But yeah, you guys want to go to the windows and look around?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Alexander's just gonna stay piloting this ship.
Well,
Those that
I
want to
haven't
look around can make
moved.
me a sharp check. What were you saying, Silva?
I was just asking if there were any like exterior cameras.
I don't think so.
Can we view what the turret is seeing?
I will also make a sharp check.
Oh, I got an 8.
The turret has not activated. But yeah, you could probably see what. Yeah, I think that's more than fair to like use the turret, to like see at least what it's viewing. I'll say that you can't necessarily use it like a periscope to intentionally look around, not until you upgrade it to be manual. But you can see what it's seeing. So I will give you 2 dice since you're using the turret. How about that?
Okay.
That's a smart idea.
I got a 3 for the shot.
I got an 8.
So also got a 3. Oh no.
A 6 and a 3.
Let's see. Zero got a 4 or a 3.
And a 3.
Okay. You don't see anything. Solus, you also don't see anything. Silva, you don't see anything in your front, viewport that you have, and you check the sensors and you don't notice anything. But when you look through the readings that the turret has, it does recognize that there is a large something, a rather large something that I would say is maybe like 45 times the size of your ship that is in close proximity, and it is registering it as like a large asteroid or planetoid or something, to be like, do I need to shoot this if it's like getting too close or whatnot? But the reason why it is not fired is because there is not a collision path. This thing is moving parallel with you guys.
What do you see?
So, like, basically, if something were to collide with the ship, it would probably be like an indicator of like, hey, this thing is coming up, I'm going to shoot it. If you don't want me to shoot it, tell me to stop. And it's just kind of been like, it hasn't even activated that because this thing has not, gone on an interception course.
There's something pretty big out there, but it's not. It's got to be piloted or something, because it's not. It's going with us, sort of.
Perhaps it's connected to our ship.
That would explain the jostle.
Suppose it
I
would.
can't really see much, though.
I could go outside and take a look for you if you want me to.
How you feeling after the explosion? After the battle?
Well, I'm fine. All I'm missing really is a hand, but I can live without a hand. Well, I still have my
I'll go
hand.
with him.
All that's missing is the armor, really.
Oh, wait. You can fly, Alexander, but what about you, Zero? How are you gonna?
He weighs nothing. I could just pull him in.
Well, quite simple, really. And
Here's the thing, though. If something happens to launch him, you're gonna have trouble catching up. Guaranteed, I can just fly alongside him, but momentum will kind of stay.
Well, quite simple. This is a zero-G environment, so I can simply just, once I go outside, I can sort of grip onto the ship and make my way onto the roof, and then I can look at what it is beside us.
The problem is if you get knocked down or get hit or something by.
If you had a way to keep yourself stuck to it, though.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately. I'll be careful. I'll be fine. Listen. As long as you guys are safe, that's fine with me. I'm just here for you guys. I'm here for my teammates. It is my duty to check out if this dangerous object is dangerous, or if it's just something normal, like a small pod or something, a ship, maybe. Somebody.
Nobody got touchdowns, correct?
I have touchdowns.
Okay.
Touchdowns.
Touchdowns are basically like magnetic boots.
Oh, okay.
They're my size, so I don't think he'd be able to.
No.
Would he be able to?
I mean, in general, I'll let you guys share equipment if you want to like retrofit it to like make it work for this instance if you wanted to. I'm not going to make you roll a skill check to do that. It's if you want to give Zero any permanent upgrades that you guys will have to make skill checks. And again, the same for you guys. If you guys want to get cybernetics or augmentations or whatnot permanently affixed to you, we'll have to have someone either do it for you and you pay them money, or have one of you roll a skill check. It would be the same as like healing someone or casting magic on them or whatnot. But yeah, if you just want to lend him your item, you can just do that.
Yeah, you'd be able to hold him, right?
You could like put it inside his suit.
Like maybe from the second Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear climbed the shaft,
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use it as like magnetic hand things, you know.
And take these Alexander, just stick by him in case he loses his grip somehow.
Very well.
Fair enough.
Make sure you keep us informed.
I will. I make my way to the airlock and go out of it, I guess.
Alexander unplugs himself from the ship and does the same.
Right then. Let's see what this is, shall we? I exit the
Hopefully
airlock.
nothing serious.
Yeah. I exit the airlock, basically holding on to the touchdowns in my hands. I then basically move from the airlock to the side of the ship and boom, sticking two magnetic things on the side of a fridge, that sort of stuff, but with the boots on the side of the ship as I make my way up the hull and onto the roof.
And as you both make your way out into the open space and make your way around the ship, you see something incredibly massive that is just next to your ship. And this thing absolutely dwarfs your ship. And at first, you don't really know what to make of it. It just seems, like a large shape. It actually kind of looks like an asteroid with the way that its material is pockmarked and looks old and ancient. But you can see that there is actually something weaving these pieces together, almost like there's some sort of sinew or fleshy substance that's causing this large shape to be fused together. And it almost has this, designed aspect to it that makes you believe that, it might be a ship, not an organism by any means, but it could be a large organism. You're not really sure. And this is sort of what it looks like. If you want to try and describe that to your party members.
Well, we found out what it is, and it's quite large. It looks like a sort of mass of metal, sort of ship-esque sort of thing. But it also looks like it's alive. I'm not really sure how to describe it to you. It's very sharp-edged. It's got
It looks like a ship, but also like a very large creature.
Yes. It's I'm not sure how to really.
Can Alexander try to scan it? How close is it?
Sure. It's within touching distance.
Alright, Alexander's gonna try to scan the thing.
Like the large, almost bottom dorsal thing has come down and is very, very close to your ship, but almost resting against it, but it's not touching it. It seems to be trying to match whatever Silva's movements are. So if Silva tries to steer one way or the other, they will, steer to be in line with you guys, but trying not to touch you. So if you turned into it, you might, immediately touch, but it'll move away. Or if you pull away from it, it will follow after.
Crashing into us. But it's trying to stay right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
That is unsettling. Yeah, can I have Alexander try to scan
I will
it?
give you one dice, and I will let you decide what you would like to use.
What do you mean?
If you wanted to use sharp or weird or something, or cool.
I think I'm gonna do weird because I don't know what this thing is.
Okay. Yeah, depending upon what you use, I will give you different information.
Yeah, I'm gonna do weird. I don't know what this thing is.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty
Alright.
weird.
That is a 447.
So you have a
4
plus 3 to weird.
4
Gotcha.
plus 3, yeah, 7.
You can tell that this thing looks like it's cobbled together from different parts. This doesn't look manufactured. This definitely looks shaped and designed by some sort of intelligent, It might be a ship, but you have no idea what the size of the crew would be inside. You're not really sure where it begins or ends. You know, the crew could be tiny and this could be a massive ship, or the crew could be large and this is kind of like a medium vessel. You're not really sure. But you could tell that your ship could fit inside of this like maybe 7 to 8 times. Like your ship would be like the length of that dorsal.
I just scanned it and
I will say that you don't
exactly
notice
sure what to
any
say.
extremities that would like be recognizable as weapons. You can see that it has like spines and fins, so there might be some sort of alien technology there, but you're not really sure. You also don't really see any sort of ports or openings or something, but you know, maybe this thing, you know, just is like a large organism, and if someone needs to get in and out, they have to like cut through the skin or something.
So what I'm hearing is it's a maybe on everything.
Yeah.
I have no
unfortunately,
idea,
I
yes
really
or
can't
no.
give you a whole bunch of information
That's
with this.
fair enough.
I will let you
and-
ask one question.
Is it alive?
Yes, it is alive. You can see that where like there are these large plates or whatnot that are kind of like layered over each other like scales or whatnot, but you can see that there is some sort of like softer, maybe even fleshy substance underneath that like looks like there is like movement. There's like some sort of pumping or whatnot.
I have some news.
What's the news?
I just scanned it and I can't figure anything out about this thing.
Interesting.
I know
Well,
one thing though. It's alive. It's a creature of some kind.
interesting. It's an entity that looks like a giant ship.
You ever heard of anything like this?
No, unfortunately, this is my first time hearing about something like this. Although I have seen things similar, but not to this extent.
Can Alexander like try to get towards the front of this big creature and like take a picture?
You want to like fly up in the front of it?
I want to try to get to the front so he could get a good angle and like take a picture.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I was asking if you wanted to like
Alexander's-
move up towards like what you think might be the deck or something, like viewport. Like, do you want to fly up there or something?
Yeah, Alexander's pretty much just gonna fly around its body. It's just like taking pictures.
Okay. If you fly up near the like what you would think would be the cockpit or whatnot, you can see that there is something moving inside. It does look like the windows or whatever the substance is polarized or something, but you can see shapes moving behind it that look like humanoid-esque figures. And they're like gesticulating towards you, but you can't really hear anything.
Can Alexander decide to zoom in with his eye? See if he could get a better angle on them?
I assume that you're like within touching distance.
Oh, so I'm like right at the window, I just can't see through it.
Right.
Do we have a radio? Is that how we've been talking?
You guys have short-range communications, yeah.
Am I still within range to talk to Zero?
I'll say yeah. I think like if you went to the far back end of like where the engines would be of the ship, that might be pushing the range. But I'll just say in general that you guys can communicate with each other.
Zero, I have more information.
What?
While this is a living creature, there seems to be people inside of it.
Really? I wonder why they're next to us. Do you think you could potentially find a way in? Well, only look for it. Then I will communicate. I will attempt to come aboard peacefully.
Before that, let the others know.
Yes.
I'll try to find what you asked me to.
Hello, Mr. Silver Rex. I have some information for you.
Go ahead.
We have found out that this giant thing, it's massive by the way, is a living creature of sorts, but it's also a giant ship, as there are people inside it potentially helping pilot it. However, nothing hostile seems to be going on currently, so I think we're good so far.
Alright, go Joe. Now what's the
And
actual
as you say
report?
that, Alexander gets blasted.
That is the actual report. Our good friend Alexander is taking pictures that he will send back to you once we get back inside, yes?
And as this conversation is going on, Sparrow, can Alexander look for the, like, a possible way in, like Zero said?
Yeah, make like a give me a
MIA
perception
one
check.
said space whale.
It does seem like a space whale. But what I was thinking is, one of the Marvel comics that I've read, pretty much, they used Galactus's dead body.
Mm-hmm.
As
I
a
know what
ship.
you're talking about.
You know? Okay, so I got an 8.
Yeah, as you move away from like this bridge area and kind of traipse along the edge, eventually you do find a spot that looks like it morphs and actually opens up, and there's like a small little crevice inside. Do you go in?
No, not yet.
Do you go over to investigate it?
Yes.
Okay. You can see what looks like a very simple like corridor and another one of those kind of partly translucent walls and another figure beside it, and they like wave to you. You can't really make them out, but it seems like they're able to make you out, and it looks like this is, you know, an airlock type thing. That they're like waiting for you to step in for them to like pressurize the room before opening
Am I
the
still
second
in
door.
range to talk to Zero?
Yeah.
Zero,
Yes?
I found a way in.
Excellent.
There seems to be someone waving at me.
Oh, interesting.
I think they want me to go in.
All right. Can you just hold up like a finger and tell them that you'll be one moment, because I need to get up there as well. Because I think it's better if we both go in rather than the two. You know, one of us goes in. You know.
That's fair enough. Let the others know I'll be on my way to get you.
All right. Mr. Silver Rex, come in.
Listen.
Yes. So we have found a way in. It seems like the crew inside is actually inviting us in. Like they're quite nice fellows and waving at us. So, me and Alexander will be going inside, see what's going on. If you don't hear from us in the next few hours, we are either dead or late. Okay?
This is a bad idea.
I know.
This is a very bad idea.
But it's the only way we have in figuring out what the heck is going on.
Zero,
Yes.
we don't know if they're similar to those things that could copy people.
Oh, that's true. I'm sure it'll be fine, though.
Make a password.
All right. The password is
Artichoke.
the password is scribbly dibbly.
And while this is happening, Alexander will like signal the person that's waving to like he puts up a finger like 1 minute, please.
All right, I would like you to roll 1d6 plus charm.
Oh man, that's my worst stat. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had to get. Okay, that's not that bad. And I will use an 8 point to go with it.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a full and an 8 point.
Alright, you gesticulate wildly, and they try to copy the same, and it looks like they don't understand, but it looks like they're continuously beckoning you to, like, enter, and you're just kind of, like, holding up your arms, like, But I think you, like, do that for long enough that Zero eventually makes their way up here. You kind of have to throw
I'm,
yourself.
Trying to tell them, hold up, I gotta go get them.
Zero.
Just, like, pulls up right next to me.
None of this ship has metal in it, so the touchdowns won't be of use. But there is plenty of like footfolds and like parts that you can grab onto.
Honestly, I could just breaststroke swim.
As Zero's like approaching, Alexander will like fly up to him and grab him.
Alright.
Yeah, you can assist him. This
And yeah,
thing is
we'll
going
just head
slow
into
enough,
this.
and this is not like a situation where time or like, you know, agility is of the essence. So I won't make you roll for this. You can just do it.
Alright, Alexander just flies towards the airlock looking thing.
And everyone's fine with just the two of them boarding the ship.
I'd rather they didn't board at all, but
Oh, I was saying that like the slimes also don't need atmosphere, and I would argue that also Mia and Alexander are in the same situation of like they can be out in space briefly. So if like a larger group wanted to board the ship, you guys could.
Mia would
Wait,
probably
I also-
be better off than Alexander.
I also have the spacesuit thing for space.
all right,
routes,
we
but
do have spacesuits still. We have
Well,
two.
I used my birthday wish on. Oh, you talked about. Oh, no, those weren't spacesuits from those people.
Yeah, no,
Were they not?
those were
were just
atmospheric
radiation
suits.
suits.
Yeah, radiation
Atmospheric.
suits.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, we do need to get everybody who can't breathe in space some sort of spacesuit, though.
But if you wanted to pilot the spaceship up closer to this airlock, you could possibly find a way to link up with it.
The fact that they were able to get this close without us noticing, there's no point in trying to run from them. So, if like Silver will try to get the ship closer to where.
Yeah, like
Alexander and
Zero does
seems
not have to
be.
swim up there. Like you could just fly the ship up there.
Yeah.
I'm
moving
just more
towards the
asking,
airlock.
what do you guys want to do?
I will get off the spaceship as well and go to the. I like look at everybody. This is a stupid idea, but they haven't attacked us yet, so we probably have a chance of making this not end badly. I'm gonna head out over as well. We can have possibly get Paimon there. Faraday, I don't know if you need oxygen. You're also weird.
you're
You're
also weird.
You're weird. You'll be fine.
But if you decide to come as well, keep your bloodthirsty tendencies as low as possible. Don't break the ship while I'm out. And I'm going to be going towards the our airlock.
Yeah, if you maneuver the ship up, you will see that that figure behind the kind of smooth, glassy, orangish, goopy wall will work on something, and you will actually see that like an extension from the ship will kind of like extend out, like a ventricle. If you guys have ever seen like a tube, like of like how a heart connects to. I'm doing a bad way of describing this.
Yeah, but I understand what you mean.
But yeah, it just kind of like extends out, and will like suction to the side of the ship where your airlock is.
Well, that was unsettling. Alright. Who's joining?
So yeah, who would like to go on the alien ship? Who wants to stay
Come on,
behind?
Inu.
Fine. Do it. Can someone come with me?
I think everyone's going, unless someone
Alexander?
specifically
Okay, good.
states that they don't want to. And actually, I will say, if Paimon and Mia want to roll for their things, they can, but they don't have to.
I wanted to spell. Does this count as a mission?
Depends on what you guys decide to do. We'll see what happens here.
No, because I'm wondering if I was able to make more Project 22.
I'm gonna say no to that one.
Hell no.
So is everyone going on the ship?
The mic isn't-
Yes.
I'll go.
Yes.
Alright. You guys step through your airlock, and as the door opens and pressurizes with this tube of this flesh, you can feel that there is definitely a change, but it seems like this space was actually empty of atmosphere, and your atmosphere travels into this tube, and you can definitely tell that the air is thin here. But you make your way across, and it is a bit spongy to walk across. It's a little bit uncomfortable, and I think Zero's definitely putting some like footprints in this. If anyone's ever like touched memory foam, that's what it's like walking across.
Oh god.
But if like memory foam was just hanging in the air, and you were just like having to step through it like a bridge.
We're surrounded by memory foam.
Yeah.
Interesting substance.
But when you guys step over and into the small pocket, you watch as these fins come up, almost like what's the term? Like if you've ever seen like the close-up of like a bug, of like a ladybug or something, the elytrian kind of like way that the wings fold out and unfurl, like these kind of almost doors appear in the sign, kind of stretch out across each other, overlapping and creating this crisscross pattern where there are still some kind of slits of translucent material that overlap, still allow you to see your ship, so you know that they're not completely cut off. But then that other wall that seems to be made of like almost honey type of substance starts to dissolve, and immediately you are buffeted with a type of atmosphere that is not pleasant. It is not something that you guys can breathe. It's something that feels almost immediately toxic as you breathe it in. It's like inhaling bleach is what it's like. And you guys start coughing.
Just standing there looking around.
This was a bad idea.
And immediately standing before you is a bug man who looks roughly like this. And they will step away from the console and go over to a small pod that's on the wall, and they will crack it open, and they will basically pull out of some gel what looks like these orbs. And you realize that that was an actual egg, and these are embryos, and they like bring them over to you, and they like gesticulate of like put this on your face. Who puts this thing on their face?
Oh, I don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Alexander's
I'll put it on
already
my feet.
wearing a mask, so he can't put it on. I'll take one though.
Okay.
I keep my suit
I'll put it
activated.
Okay, yeah. Silva's fine. Zero's fine. Alexander, you might need one of these. Faraday will need one. Eno and Solus are probably fine. And I think
okay.
Mia's also fine. Basically, the atmosphere and pressure in here is fine. It's just the breathable stuff that you guys need to deal with. So I think Alexander and Faraday are the only people that don't have some way of combating this.
I'm just gonna tighten my mask on.
Do you actually have a device that allows you to breathe different stuff?
No, but the maskins is cut out oxygen.
Okay. Yeah, if you just want to hold your breath for how many hours this is going to take.
Yeah, he's just not
Okay.
breathe. He doesn't need to.
All right, Faraday.
MIA one said, I don't have lungs.
Yeah, you don't need to breathe. You're fine. Faraday, I guess they come to you and they offer you this small little orb. Do you take it, Faraday? Oh, Faraday's muted. Okay.
Faraday?
Oh,
Can
well,
Alexander have one?
yeah, you can have one, Alexander. And as you
I'll
hold
take
it in your hand, you can actually see that it looks like a small kind of grub. If you've ever seen like a mosquito that's like overfilled, that's kind of what it looks like.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Can I scan it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna scan it.
Okay. It looks like it is a small embryo that has a lot of, different kinds of minerals and matter in it, and it looks like it basically, just to sort of break it down, is that it looks like it works as like secondary gills, that it will like scrub whatever atmosphere you breathe out into something that's workable for their atmosphere, and will try to filter in whatever you need to breathe.
Oh, so it works as like basically it's kind
It's a
of,
respirator.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's similar to the thing we hooked up into Zero.
Yeah.
Now that Alexander knows what it is, he'll hook it up into him, sure.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. But yeah, what you guys can see is that the under the ground that you are on seems to be much smoother now, much more solid.
Mr. Quinn said,
Oh.
in back I just can't talk.
Welcome back. The internal of this ship is very strange and alien. Its makings don't make a whole lot of sense. You can see that there's a lot of like architecture that just kind of looks like it's shaped but not really designed. There is no uniformity in here. There's a bunch of like different crisscrossing pillars. And the kind of best way to describe it is that it looks kind of like a hive or something. And you actually do feel relatively weightless in here, but it seems like there is enough that allows you to walk in here. You just kind of have to be careful to not like push too hard.
Alexander's just gonna be like floating.
Yeah, it's like moon atmosphere, if you guys have ever seen videos of that, where rather than kind of like walking forward, what you kind of have to do is almost like skip to like kind of launch yourself forward. I don't know if anyone
I think I
understands
know
I'm
what you
talking about.
mean, but I'm not sure.
If anyone has ever seen any footage of someone on the moon, they've learned that the best way to, traverse is to not just straight up jump, and it's not to walk. It's to kind of skip forward, like swinging your legs in front of you in order to push yourself forward.
I've never been out in space, so I don't really know.
Okay. But yeah, as this like kind of armored Bugman has assisted you with this. You see another slender figure walk over to you. They actually do hover, similar to you, Alexander, and then they kind of give you a slight nod, almost recognizing that you, at least recognizing your ability, if not recognizing your communication. So maybe they were in the
So this might have been the guy that was in the. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this might have been one of the guys.
Yeah. But you can see that they have a much smaller build, but also more majestic, more regal. They've got an incredibly slender build with an almost smooth faceplate with just kind of a singular ovular hole, where you can see that there is like something moving back behind there, but you don't know if that's their face or if that's their mouth or eye. You're not really sure. But they've got these large wings that makes up most of their torso that kind of drapes behind them like a regal cape. And they extend their limbs on their left side as like an open gesture for you to follow them.
This design, it reminds me a lot of this, I forget what the game is.
Hollow Knight?
But pretty much, Yes, Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
I like it. Alright, Alexander's gonna float over towards them.
Okay. You go straight up to them?
No, not to them. I'm gonna head towards where they're like motioning.
You can hear them making some sounds that go. How about this one? Can you understand this language?
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Very well, I will use this one. And you guys can understand that your universal translators in your badges are working. They were just trying a bunch of different languages that Ark doesn't know, and then they were able to eventually find one.
Okay, so whatever these things are, they definitely can speak multiple different languages.
Okay.
Multilingual.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good. I was almost afraid. I was almost certain I'd have to use the universal greeting.
And
It's good that we can understand.
what would that be?
Ahem. Bar weep runner weep ninny
He
bong.
slowly flips him off.
They kind of hold up a hand that says, "We don't use that anymore. It has been overused to a point where some people have taken it as an insult. It's like singing happy birthday in some cultures."
My apologies. I did not.
I will let you mark experience though.
It is what I used on my travels before I joined Ark, so and people understood what it meant. So
I do get the reference. I appreciate it.
He understands, yeah.
But this figure introduces themselves as Garo, or at least that is the best way to describe what their name is in a language that you understand. They are currently speaking Galnashian, and they are the translator. For those of you who don't remember, Galnashian is a universal company that basically makes very robust and kind of like steampunk style, gritty, almost Warhammer-esque type of contraptions.
Is that's the company where we got that small little zone that I have in my med bay, right?
I don't remember.
I think it is. I can't remember though.
I think it is. I'm not sure.
They actually described that some of the main components of their ship is Galnashian. We have modified our engines a considerable amount, but if not for our friends in the Galnashian Empire, we might not have been able to achieve lightspeed capabilities.
Yes, well, it's a very impressive ship. I almost mistook it for a giant creature.
Well, we are all one in Iskal, but of course we are very much seekers of peace and friends amongst those wandering through space. We saw that you managed to escape that planet that was suffering some terrible combat, and we were wondering if you needed any help or assistance on your travel. If you are running from anything, you can take shelter here.
Oh, not necessarily running from anything, no. But thank you for the offer.
I would like to ask them if they know if there was any living life forms left on that planet before.
Oh no, you're gonna make Alexander have a panic attack.
That is
Alexander's
not
about
something that you necessarily need to concern yourself with, but I'm
Oh.
sure that there are many things that can be living on a planet such as that, and might possibly still be living, as the explosion did not damage the entire surface or mess with the atmosphere too much. But there are also things that thrive from chaos and destruction, as most plants need to be fertilized with the destruction and the burning of others. Life finds a way.
Yes. Well, speaking of, did you, depending on if you followed us, our path here or not, did you happen to see a giant metal fan nearby through your shadows?
We're getting this up already, eh?
That is
I was
what
thinking
brought
about
us
bringing it
to
up, actually.
investigate the situation. Our ship had a small graze with a piece of shrapnel that was flying through space at a considerable rate.
Oh no, it does exist. It does exist.
Has your
I
ship
find
taken
you-
any significant damage? Do you need an escort to your nearest ARC space station?
Well, do we?
That
guys
would be nice.
They glance at Zero's broken arm, like missing arm. It seems
don't
that you have
worry about
taken
it.
many casualties.
Oh, don't worry about this. This is barely a scratch. I mean, at least the mechanisms beyond it are all right. My hand is still fully intact. It's just missing the armor. That's all it really needs.
It's just a mere flesh wound.
It's just a
metal
mere
wound.
flesh wound.
Once we
Exactly.
They
return
really
to
do
war,
flesh wounds.
he'll be able to be patched up back as new. Hopefully.
Although, if you do actually have any spare sort of power armor-esque technology, I'd be happy to see it. Perhaps I can use it to repair myself.
We will
Power
have to
armor.
pay for it.
They like say it in a strange way. I'm not sure what it is that you are and how you are made, although you are quite fascinating, and I'm sure that there are many of us that would be delighted to learn and perhaps assist you, although our technology may be different from yours, as our way of life is more of flesh and organic.
I
Then
suppose that
construct.
does make sense. Yes.
We may
Suppose
be
that
able
would-
to provide you with some used carapace if you need protection immediately, though it may not bond as well.
Yes,
Used carapace.
I suppose you have a point. Yes, you used carapace. I assume you're referring to old armor that you shed at one point, yes? Or something like that. I don't know your culture.
I'm sure there's many things that I could explain to you, but if you would like, you could join us with meeting with our leader of this ship, or investigate our medical bay.
Alexander
And
Hook's
basically,
medical bay?
there is much that you could talk about, but they're saying that, like, if you want to go somewhere, we can walk and talk. So, like, just because they know that, you know, if you guys do want to go somewhere, we should probably get walking. Because you guys are still just standing right next to the
Airlock.
bay, the airlock, yes.
Can I just say sorry, Sparrow? You son of a bitch! The fucking Iskal, you bastard!
What? What's wrong? What's
bastard.
wrong?
You.
Sparrow's going ham.
Ooh. I'm not saying nothing.
Zero. Calm down, buddy.
Listen. It could
Metagaming is a terrible thing that ruins the game for everyone.
We need a hold zero back.
Excuse me?
Yes, hello.
Do you have any scrap or any kind of trash I could possibly eat?
Oh, is this one... Do you also have bottom feeders with your crew? They are quite useful, but we see them less and less throughout the galaxy.
Oh wait, I forgot I'm in my slime form.
Yeah, you're on the floor right now.
Yeah, let me put on my bracelet.
Not necessarily a bottom feeder, more like a
Bottom feeder.
a useful colleague.
You can see that this person is struggling to come up with like names and phrases and terms that like make sense.
Yes.
Again, like universal translators can only do so much, and you can tell that this person is trying their best. Like, come up with something discarded waste. Correct? That is what you have asked?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Looking for that, yes.
And they will start leading you over to a location, and they will basically describe like their hatchery system and how they rather than like inventing or crafting technology and robotics or like repairing the ship, they basically breed organisms that slot into place and do various tasks and things. And this ship seems more like a living organism that has like, single-celled organisms or like bacteria that has like various jobs, like white blood cells or whatnot, or like, they have like these little termites that act as red blood cells that have to go in and clot up places or things or whatnot, and basically describes how when these are, when they basically die or shed off pieces of them, that those have to be broken down and whatnot, and will basically take you over to an area where there is a large collection of detritus, for a lack of better term. And they like try to explain of like, is this what you mean by trash, like receptacle? It looks like a bug boneyard, for like the best description that I can give you. That you can see that there's like pieces of like carapace and like antennas and limbs and other various things that you don't understand, and a lot of it has like degraded into almost mush, and there's like a various different colors.
No blood, is there?
There is not any sort of red blood that would be in relation to any sort of humanoid organism that you can perceive, no. But there is a lot of different liquids or solids of body parts and things. So this would also might be considered a morgue. And like all of this is like being, separated for cremation or whatnot. And you can see that there are these large, almost like dung beetles, for lack of a better term, that are like trying to sort through this stuff, and then like position it and move it into different stuff. And this is what they present to you, Paimon, or Solus.
Why'd you say Paimon?
Sorry, I got the little guys confused.
Because you fucking belong here.
But you do not see any bones or any sort of like endoskeleton.
No.
What?
Paimon left.
You don't see any sort of like endoskeleton stuff. This is all exoskeleton stuff.
Wait, where's the image?
There's no image.
Oh.
He just described everything. Pretty much, this is where they leave all their garbage.
Yeah.
This will do.
Solus just begins eating everything.
Absolutely.
Even the dung beetles.
No.
Maybe not.
No, don't eat the damn dung beetles.
Hey, Solus,
Yes.
could you roll me 2d6, and I will let you decide whether this is plus tough or plus weird.
And I'm on.
Alexander, by
I'll
the way,
roll
throughout
plus
all this,
weird
is like-
because it is weird that I'm eating bugs. That's that's something new to me.
Mm.
Alexander is just like curious about all of this stuff.
I'm
So
avoiding
he's like
everything
taking down notes.
as much as possible.
6 and 5.
Okay. You can immediately tell that if you do start to consume this stuff, your system will change. You will no longer be this kind of like battery acid type of energy slime, and will turn into more of like a traditional, when you think of like a gelatinous cube, kind of like green brown, almost puke, kind of like acidic stomach bile slime.
Doesn't that mean he wouldn't be able to console whether or not he eats us if we touch him?
I mean, he couldn't really control that much before.
Yeah, but like if we stuck our hand into it and he didn't want to eat us, we could pull it out. But those kind of
No,
slimes, if
like
you
that
go
was
into
still a
them, they
problem. That
automatically-
he is acidic. Or actually, no, he was basic before. If he eats this stuff, he will become acidic.
So he'd be even more dangerous.
No, not more dangerous, just a different kind of dangerous.
Now it's up to him.
I'm just letting you know before you start digging in.
Yeah. Now, do I want to change the entire structure of...
By the way, can Alexander like pick up one of these things?
Like what you wanna you pick up like a broken piece of a wing.
Can I scan it?
Okay, you know what? I have an idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna scan this.
Okay. But they're also like, if you also want to head over to our medical wing or examine any of our technology, for lack of a better term, that they can like give you to describe of like how their way of life works and whatnot. And again, the entire time is like, there are no secrets among the Iskal. We only seek to spread peace and our way of life with anyone who is interested.
I would like to see your leader, if that's all right.
Your medical bay.
Do you guys want to split up, or do you want to stay as a group?
I would like to split.
I like to.
I'm splitting up.
Okay. You guys will be able to split up into whatever groups that you would like. There is only one universal translator, so you guys will be basically under the situation of, if you want to be in a room, you will be asked to stay in that room, and there is kind of like one of these beetle guard guys that will like stand by there, and you might be able to go up to them and like get them for assistance, but they will basically make sure that you don't do anything too dangerous accidentally
Don't
or
do anything
intentionally.
Stupid.
Yeah. And if need be, they can escort you back to where the translator is. But the translator will take the main group who wants to go meet with the leader. So if Solus and anybody wants to stay here at the waste disposal, they can. And Alexander wants to go over to the medical wing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just imagining it's actually
Alright.
a wing that just heals you when it flaps.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm
And
definitely gonna take a look at that.
you enter into a room that actually seems to be kind of smaller in size to these vacuous spaces. And it actually seems like you're stepping inside of a man-made entrance of what seems to be an organism. And in doing so, you realize that you are actually in like the womb of like this insectoid thing, where you can see that there are like tubes and like legs that are like nurturing these like different entities, where you can see that there is like a bug guard that is like being cradled as they are like healing a fractured limb. And there is another person that looks like they are currently getting their exoskeleton replaced, and you can kind of see like the fleshy bits underneath, and it's a very painful process. They're very strong, and they're keeping their will. And there's like some other things going on and whatnot. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there is like one person in charge of this space. It actually seems like this is the entity, and you were like in the belly of like this thing.
Can Alexander go to the one that's having like his endo thing removed?
Okay.
Or replaced?
Yeah.
Would I be able to tell whether or not if I injected him with a Zug that would like help him not feel as much pain, if it would kill him or not?
You would have absolutely no way of knowing that. You do not understand the biology of these creatures and what your medicine would have on them.
In that case, Alexander's just gonna study this.
Would you like to offer your science to them and like maybe give them a sample for them to study?
Sure.
Okay. They will take it graciously. And they take it to, they say this might actually be better in like the research wing, where we will break it down and study it.
Alexander would not, and then go back to just studying them.
Okay. Meanwhile, everyone else is going to go meet the leader, it seems.
Seems like it.
Yep.
Before that, I've come to a decision.
Yes.
I would like to put this into a to-go box.
I'd like to take this in a to-go meal, please.
You may not be allowed a to-go box.
You have to eat it here.
Okay, so out of character, my thought process was like, okay, if I take some of this stuff, and maybe sometime in the future, if we're in like some kind of dire situation, I could consume that, and then I could become more acidic.
The thing is that the area that you're in is technically sacred, but they're allowing you to assist in the degradation process because they believe that you are just one of those organisms that, you know, is a part of the hive in that way. Not knowing that your guys' group does not have that dynamic. I mean, nobody really understands your group dynamic, but...
We have robots,
They
psychopaths,
don't
and
know.
then Paimon.
Okay, in character. I'm in like scrap metal.
they don't have any metal.
Damn it.
Not to mention, pretty sure the Universal Translator left.
I mean, they could take you back to the
my-
old engine rooms and see if you could, like, clean up anything back there or, like, remove any rust or something. If you wanna-
Everything that will heal me.
So, by the way, Spell, what Alexander's basically doing right now is he's just trying to see how these people walk. To get a better understanding of them.
Give me 2d6 plus weird.
That is a 9 and an 8.
You understand the very simplistic aspects of how these creatures work, that they are not that different from bugs that you have been aware of and observed before. Again, it's like a turtle where, you know, they're not just beings that are separate from their shell. This is a part of them. This person is getting a skin graft. They are having like parts of them removed, and you can see the bare stuff underneath. And again, for a lot of bugs, the like the carapace that is their body is like their bone, and they just kind of have this liquid inside of these basically noodles. And they just kind of grow and shrink and like compress or whatnot when they need to, you know, power a joint or something. So you understand the basics of like how similar they are to stuff that you understand already, but you can also tell that there is still so much that you don't know or understand about them, and you could take like a whole college course on just learning the ins and outs of, you know, the species, and maybe study abroad here or something if you really wanted to. But there's only so much that you can learn and observe from just one aspect of, you know, one person getting a limb replaced or repaired.
Too many of them for me to understand all at once.
Yeah.
And I'll also like to head over to the medical area.
Okay. That's the same place that Alexander is at.
Alexander will like turn and look at you as this guy's having his skin pulled off. Before then just looking back at him.
Ew.
What are you doing here?
If anyone has ever tried to like open up an egg and failed terribly and just crushed the entire thing, that's kind of what this looks like. Where they're just like picking like pieces of shell out of their kind of flesh goop, and then once they're clear of that, then they start to put on a separate type of carapace that definitely looks like it's manufactured. You can see that it's got ridges. It looks 3D printed, for a lack of a better term, but that's kind of what it looks like.
So kind of like, you took a hard-boiled egg, broke off the shell, then try to cover the egg back up with wax.
If anyone's ever seen like bees or hornets make a nest with like getting dirt and then like, you know, putting it together to make like paper with like thin walls and whatnot, that's kind of what it looks like. That they're basically putting on a cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can Alexander say something real quick?
Yes.
Well,
What
like
did they immediately like take that shell that he had that was getting removed and get rid of it?
They have it set aside at the moment. It's like on a tray. And they'll
Wonder
let
how
you
tough
watch
it
and
is.
observe this like what they're doing from a fair distance, but they would like you to stay at least arm's length away.
It's fine, I could just zoom in.
Okay.
I do wonder how tough these shells are and if they would make good equipment.
I think the translator would actually let you know that their species was hunted for a while because of their shells, because people were trying to utilize them for technology.
Oh,
And now Alexander feels like a dick.
as you are.
Shut up.
But as always, we have sought to preserve peace, and in some areas of space, we have begrudgingly had to make certain deals to allow the trading of our carapaces. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name that I gave this guy.
Gar?
Garin, that's correct.
I
was like, is it
think
Gromosh or Garin? Like, I I couldn't remember from one. Garo.
Once Alexander's just like examining stuff in the med bay, he might just go over to the research thing and hand them any information he knows about medical stuff to help them if they ever need it.
Okay, they appreciate that.
Yeah, and they'll ask one of the staff if he can use one of the medical rooms or areas.
This is the medical room that you guys are currently in.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, could you like one of the areas to do a procedure?
Oh, he's asking if he could like take one of these places that they have the bugs on.
Like, do you want to work on a bug, or do you just want to utilize one of their areas?
Utilize one of their areas.
Okay. And for what purpose?
To use one of my moves on Paimon, because he wanted me to do something for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they would be very interested in observing your techniques as well.
Okay. Let me check real quick. Can't remember what exactly he wanted me to do with him.
Paimon?
He left. They'd be back.
Okay.
I think he's still online.
How about we jump over to the other group as group. Excuse me. As they are making their way over to meet the leader.
That sounds good. Alexander would just research it.
I look around as I walk in the direction of where the leader might be quite an interesting place. You know, I've never actually seen ships like this before from the inside. Fascinating.
Yes, it is quite an experience for new people, which is why I did not immediately offer unless people were interested. But sometimes people find the experience disheartening sometimes to see the different lives and how we treat our different subjects under the cooperation that we have. Sometimes the best way that we can describe it is a capitalist-esque society with the way that we treat all of our different legions with a same sense of life, yet there is a tyranny that comes with organizing the caste system.
Of course. Yes, it's I suppose. Well, I've seen many things in my time. I'm quite old, and I'd say I'm middle-aged more so, but it's quite fascinating to me. I like discovering new species, new races, and interacting with their society. It makes me feel the universe isn't so empty after all. You know, sometimes when you're traveling the stars, you think, "Ooh, I wonder what's out there. I wonder what's through on that planet or in that star system." But you don't really stop to think and say, "I wonder if anyone is actually there anymore." So meeting new things and meeting new people, it's all quite fascinating to me. I just wish everyone could get along, but I know that's not possible.
Well, as long as those created for their roles complete their jobs and work well, they have lived their purpose and their life is meaningful.
Suppose that is one way to look at it, and a very nice way, considering your society. So then, Anything I should know about the leader beforehand before I meet him face to face? Or meet them face to face, sorry.
They, as we all, do not have gender as most species do, as we do not replicate in the same fashion. However, perhaps referring to them with a level of respect or title is appreciated.
What would usually be preferable? Lordship, Majesty, Highness?
They honestly find it very intriguing, the various titles that different organizations and civilizations come up with. So, whatever you think has the level of respect of someone in charge or a leader, whether it has any sort of positive or negative connotations, is not necessary.
Very well. Thank you for the information beforehand.
Noted.
MIA1 said, Big boss.
I suppose that is another one.
Does anyone have any other questions before you meet them?
No, none that I can think of at the moment, no. But if they come to me, if they come to me, I will let you know. Or let them. Whatever way it works, I suppose.
Very well. And then they lead you through a chamber, and enter through a doorway that has, once again, these kind of like wings overlapped over each other. The heck? That's not what I want. This may not work. Nope. Yep. This music bot is not very good either. Let me try this. You okay?
Yeah, trying to clear my nose.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were snoring there for a minute. I was like, who falls asleep during a campaign?
Mia.
And they lead you towards this kind of large room that you can see has those windows that Hunter, you would recognize as moving against. And you can see that there are what appears to be stations, although you don't know how they interact with them at all. You just kind of see different kind of like tables or like protrusions where you can see that they're, rather than like numbers and dials and like modules or buttons or things, there's just kind of like open like flesh, for lack of a better term, that you're not sure how they interact with them. And you can see that there are some bugs, but it looks like rather than being these armored creatures, they are small. They kind of look like flies without wings, and they're probably about like 5 feet tall. They're kind of small and plump, like dwarves basically. But again, rather than having limbs, they kind of use like this proboscis extension from their body to kind of like wiggle inside of whatever these consoles are to like an anteater, almost like sticking their face in and trying to access something that's inside and manipulate it that way. But you can also see that there is a large pedestal in the center of the room, where you can see that there is like an enclosed, and it almost looks like an egg shape, but you can see that it's multi-segmented, kind of like a pill bug, where it would open at the front basically, but it's currently closed. And they kind of lead you over to this front section. Again, you guys don't have to like kneel or bow or anything, just whatever feels right to do you. But you can see that Garo will actually like close up their wings and will like kind of lower their head and close their eyes, giving like an air of like what's the term I'm trying to look for? Like revenants.
Yep. I put my hand on my chest and just bow my head a little bit to show respect.
Anyone else do anything?
No, I just kind of stand there, do like a head nod, like a head bow, like nod/bow, and then like back to normal standing position.
Weren't they taking me somewhere?
Solus, do you want to join back up with the group, or are you deciding to eat carcasses?
I am not gonna eat carcasses.
Okay.
Eat the carcass.
Would you like to meet the leader?
Sure.
Okay. Inu, are you with the group?
Are you with the group?
Are you in the medical wing with Alexander and Faraday, or are you meeting the leader?
What?
All right. Is anyone else doing anything to symbolize respect or anything, or are they just waiting for the hive leader to make themselves apparent?
MIA one said, I kneel.
Okay.
I'll do the same, since that seems like the more universally respectful thing to do. I didn't know what to do up till that point.
You do watch as the chitinous sections start to part, and it's in this this way that you can tell that there's like a suction, a kind of seal that starts to break. It parts open, and you can almost feel this kind of like sickening pop sound as they separate before chink, 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 starting to pull back. If anyone's seen like Vader's chair or something, that's kind of like what this feels like. As you slowly watch as it opens up, and you can see a figure that is far more humanoid than you were expecting, with these elongated limbs, and feet that kind of just end in nubs, almost like a satyr, and their hands especially long, with actually segmented and jointed hands that are like that of a human. This person looks more human than bug than anyone else on this ship that you've seen. In fact, they have a faceplate that definitely looks like it's molded and shaped to look humanoid, but you can tell that there is flesh behind it that has had to morph and change to appear human. And as this opens up and they blink away their sleep, they look to all of you and say, "Hello, visitors. Welcome. I have adopted my shape to be more present to you. How is it that you are here?" And you can tell that they are speaking your language. No matter who you are or where you've come from, and whatever your language is where you are, you can actually hear that they have like a reverberation to their voice that sounds like it's speaking to you from every corner of the ship, rather than coming from this individual here. And this kind of makes sense to what Gara was explaining, is that this isn't like the leader of the ship. This is the ship creating an avatar to like make itself more presentable to you guys. But they are speaking your language. They are speaking everyone's modern language at once, at the same time. So you hear like different sort of like consonants and vowels being like said at the same time. And you kind of like have to pick words out, but you are able to understand them very clearly.
I raise my head and look at this avatar. We have traveled quite a bit from a exploding planetoid, and well, we have simply we are simply returning to whence we came, so to speak. It is lovely to meet you, by the way, Your Grace. It's wonderful
Your
to meet.
presence is also pleasing to us. Please, stay as long as you like. See as much as you can, and learn what you may. And as they stand up from their sitting position, you actually watch as the inside of this kind of like bug dome that they were in starts to peel away, as their backside is actually like connected to the flesh of this ship. And you can actually see that they probably can't step too far away from this console, as their back actually has like, you're not sure if it's like tubes or wires, or it kind of looks like wings, the way that these pieces of it are still connected and have these very thin strands of mucus connected together in these very beautiful colors. But they stand up before you, seemingly like a fawn on new legs, trying to stand with only 2 feet, trying to appear humanoid to you. What can the Iskal do for you?
Quite honestly speaking, well, what can they? Well, what are your what are your services, Your Grace? Well, what can you do for us? What is the sort of things that you do for travelers?
What can't we do for you, and what can't you do for us? We are all travelers in this universe, learning and sharing what we can. The best reward is not from gathering everything that you can and keeping it for yourself, but for sharing with everyone who may. There is much the Iskal is, and there is much the Iskal can yet become. The more that we share with one another, the better everyone can be.
Nice. Well, I suppose you do have a point there. A very good point. How about you? How goes your recent travels in this universe so far, Your Grace? How has it been seeing everyone come and go, so to speak?
Our business is yet to be seen, but for now, we have had many interactions that have left much to be desired. Perhaps this one will prove different. That remains to be seen.
I see. Let's see if my colleagues have any questions for you. If you can answer them, your Grace, of course. You don't have to. Don't feel inclined to do so, but only do so if you want to, of course.
When you say Your Grace, they kind of smile a little bit, but almost a little bit kind of disapprovingly, as they're like still struggling to kind of stand. Like, how do you work with bipedal limbs? Is this a challenge that you give yourselves, or is this simply a fault of your species that you all have grown to acknowledge as commonplace?
Bipedal legs are usually commonplace. Not for all species, of course, but for most of us, we rely on, they rely on bipedal legs, most of them. I was simply built as such. I don't really know how to walk any other way, but I'm sure I could probably master it, give or take a few tries.
Yes, you are very interesting. Built as a shell, a protector for another user. Very intriguing. We have not seen something like this outside of our family. Creating another being for the protection of others in such a close manner.
I see. Well, I must say, your species, the Iskal, the Iskal.
The Iskal is not who we are, but what we have become. It is a way of life. Our civilization, species, is one of many things that we have. Anyone can become Iskal.
I see. Quite interesting. Then yes, I'm not sure what the correct word to use is. Your people are quite intriguing to me. It's the first I've seen of this, I must admit. Much how I'm intriguing to you, you are around the same level of intriguing to me as well.
There is much that we can learn from each other, but sometimes life leads us down paths where we never learn things that can save us so much. Taking opportunities such as this can be quite advantageous for all parties involved.
I suppose you are right. Well then, I will.
But I do not wish to keep you from your business. your rules and regulations from whatever your business is. I know that Ark does not appreciate our presence, as our duties in the past have caused many issues with world trade.
Of course.
We are a dying breed, hunted to extinction in most sectors, but we still share our way of life as peacefully as we can. We are not conquerors, we are keepers. Anyone can find shelter among the Iskal.
I see. I understand. Well, then, I'm not sure if my colleagues may have questions for you, but only feel free to answer them only if you want to, Your Grace. It's up to you on that matter. I will hand it over to my colleagues.
They raise a hand almost in like a regal kind of manner, just kind of open palm to you, Zero's like, you do not need to keep touching. And they say, your words mean much, hardened one, but you need not speak for your fellows.
I bow out of respect, in the same way I did, place my hand on my chest, bow my head, and then just step to the side, so to speak. Just for
Who wants to say hello or anything? Or do you guys just want to go somewhere?
Meets the queen, looks at her, walks away, doesn't say anything.
I mean, you can.
I'm not there.
You could be if you would like.
I would like to be there.
Okay. Yeah, you can be here, Faraday.
Alexander is currently giving information to Bugs.
Okay.
You guys continue.
Okay. I'll hypothetically just bow, I guess. And well, I have a question on how does your technology work exactly? I mean, well, not exactly, but like, what is the fuel source for it?
The Iskal are a collection of many different races, of types of technology, of various types of resources, management, power, growth, life. But for this current vessel and how it is able to propel itself through the vacuous amounts of space in between worlds, what we use is a combination of life essence from a certain type of larva grown on a specific planet, and a certain level of excrement that is used for a rather potent chemical reaction.
That's interesting. Would it be okay if I examined it and research and took some of your technology with me? That wouldn't be too much to ask.
Anything that is Iskal stays with Iskal. If you would like to learn and become one, you may remain here as long as you like.
I would.
Alexander and Faraday just leave the group. This is where we stay.
As tempting as that would sound, given everything here, I would like to rather just research.
The Iskal has many history with interacting with those that speak of peace and truth and learning, and Iskal has given much for these endeavors, but has always been tricked. The Iskal is done giving away.
Okay. What would
If you
What
would
would
like
you
to know
recommend?
more, all you have to do is stay.
Hmm.
What the Iskal offers is tempting to many. But to those that actually seek to learn and to grow, those are the few that manage to grow beyond what they once were and help the Iskal become more than what it was. If you are enticed by our ways and seek to advance our growth, then please allow yourself to become one with the Iskal. Share what you know so that we may become better together.
This is very tempting.
The Iskal offers only what is true and reasonable.
If I were to come on with you, per se, would that mean I would never, like, leave this place?
The Iskal must ensure that its secrets are not used against itself. For safety and safekeeping, I'm sure that you would understand that the information that you learn must stay here.
Well, though I do understand why you do this, I unfortunately cannot do that. Even I want to
This is a
continually.
disappointment, but understood. This is a line the Iskal can no longer bend. The Iskal has shared many with others and has always been betrayed. We cannot allow it anymore. The Iskal will not apologize for refusing to share its secrets with outsiders.
And I do apologize on behalf of the people who have previously wronged you. No, just bow again.
We may be allowed to share our time and presence with one another, but once we begin sharing secrets and information and materials and technology and much more else of what the Iskal is, how it works, and who we are, that is something that cannot be allowed to escape. But if you wish to learn our ways, you may simply stay here with us.
And that's all I really have to say as of right now. No, just take a step back.
Very well, Seer. It is appreciative that you see as much of an alliance, but stand up for your own self and your own morals, not bowing to our wills and our rules simply on the first experience. This is seen as respectable, as you honor yourself and who you are, just as much as you appreciate what we have to offer. Thank you very much for your words, Seer.
Thank you for your time.
They give you a slight nod and then slowly gaze at the rest of the crew that have gathered here. Would anyone else like to say or do anything? Or you may simply be excused. Nobody?
Silva doesn't say anything.
Alright. Alexander, at this point, would you like to be here?
Alexander would show up right about now.
Okay.
Alexander just looks at the rest of the group.
What's going on?
We are.
It is the healer.
This is the, I suppose, the main, or the avatar of the main Iskal, sort of.
It's the ship.
It's the ship.
This one is
the
referred
leader
to
then.
as Martek.
I see.
Alexander, once he realizes it's the leader, he'll like stop floating and basically copy what that other bug did, where he would like lower his head and close his eyes a bit.
We have seen you outside, healer. And now that you are inside, you continue to spread your touch.
I hope I haven't offended any of you.
To be offended means to see something as wrong in the ways of doing what you think is right. The Iskal only seeks to see what others believe about the universe and of life, and learn from it.
A very interesting way to see things.
When one lives as long as the Iskal has survived, one must learn how to see in many different ways. That is the only way to survive.
You do have a point.
The Iskal is not one people with rules that dictate how we think the world should be run, but simply it is a collection of people that seek to distance themselves from these worldly ideas of difference and distance and secrecy. We are all one among the Iskal, and any can become Iskal. When all become Iskal, perhaps then there will be no differences, no conflict, no dissolutions. But perhaps this is what you refer to as a dream.
I call it a nightmare.
To many, perhaps. And this is why the unification is so difficult. But if this is a nightmare, perhaps you would refer to your waking life. If there is nothing that the Iskal can do for you, you may be allowed to return to your vessel. We merely saw you floating in empty space, near destruction, and thought to offer aid. If our presence disagrees with you, you may be allowed to leave. We simply mean to make our presence known.
And I respect that. It's just to me, individualism is pretty important.
Then preserve this idea, you should. Flee now, free runner. And they kind of click their feet, and then they go to sit back down in their chair. And if no one says or does anything to stop them, the shell is going to close around them.
Farewell.
Farewell, Your Grace.
Farewell, Captain.
Until the next time we meet, free dreamers. And then the shell closes.
Well, that was a experience.
Garrow turns to all of you and says, "You did surprisingly well."
You have a
We
very
chose to be true to ourselves and to be respectful.
Yeah. You have a very honorable leader.
We like to think so.
Your society is a mystery to me, but I respect it.
Gosh dang it.
It truly was interesting to meet all, but I believe we should probably get going. However, I don't think this is the last time that we will see each other. I like to think.
It's a small universe.
Indeed, it is a small universe.
We've already seen Space Wizard. More than we expected.
So we might fan more than one.
Alexander would begin floating again.
Allow me to return you to your vessel.
Thank you very much, Garen. I believe that is your name. Yes,
I
Garen.
apologize that we were unable to assist you in your venture.
It is all right. Something that I have learned is that you cannot help everyone, but you can at least offer kindness to everybody.
I have a small question at least. Would there be a way if something were to happen to us? Would there be a way to revisit the skull by any chance?
We will always be around. There are not many of us left, but we do exist in the universe. If you meet another Iskal vessel, they will have met you just the same way as you have met us.
Very well.
Though our names and faces and features may be different, we are all one in the Iskal.
Well, I believe it is time that we return to our ship.
I agree. Though this period has been very enlightening.
I just walk to the ship.
And you guys are escorted back to the airlock.
Alexander would pretty much like offer a handshake.
Thank you.
I think they have their hand out for like you to return the grub, and you like clasp it and shake it, and they're like very taken aback by that because they don't understand physical contact.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to offend.
It is all right. To be offend means to be lesser. We must all be understanding. And they kind of like straighten their wings a little bit after being ruffled a little bit.
You ruffled my jimmies, Batman.
But Alexander and Faraday, you will be asked to return the grubs.
Alexander would take it and then hand it to them.
Okay. Faraday.
Yep.
Okay. You guys are put back in the room. That honey glaze drips down from the ceiling and creates a barrier, an opaque barrier, before the atmosphere is vented from the room, and the tube connecting to your ship is open to you. And I think you guys have to run over to your ship and close the door for your atmosphere to be pressurized back to the way you guys like it. And after a few moments, the ventricle disconnects from your ship and gets sucked back into their ship. And they just steadily pull away from you guys. And it's at this point that you guys realize that you have been traveling at a pace that you possibly weren't aware of, but you guys are now at a nearby ARC station. You're quite a ways off. You can like see it in the distance, but you can tell that there is like a maximum distance that the Iskal felt like it needed to keep a distance from. And you guys have just been stopped here after traveling quite a distance, and they have assisted you in your travel, though you did not ask for it. But it's at this point that you guys are easily able to get to the ARC station and ride one of these wormhole gates back to the main space station that you guys all know and love, and you can get all of your harm repaired, any of your armor that was damaged repaired, and if you guys have any equipment that needs to be repaired or replaced, you can purchase those at this point in time.
They were interesting.
Yes, they were quite interesting.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm glad they were friendly.
yes, yes. No, not very many friendly people left out in the universe. Anywho, I have some things that I need to trade in and repair and find. So if you will, I will see
I have
you.
some as well. I'll go with you.
Very well. Let us go together. So I will see the rest of you, unless anyone else wishes to come with me, later.
All right. Who would like to do what?
I go over. Is there like a trading area for like things that we have found or stuff nearby?
Just to kind of generally break it down, they were asking you guys to go find Faraday and come back with them dead or alive, or you guys could come back dead or alive. And they were just trying to see if you guys would actually survive or come back. And they're actually impressed that, one, you came back, and two, that you came back with some stuff. A lot of the stuff that you guys managed to recover is not really of anything of interest to ARC. You're allowed to keep it and use it for like crafting and whatnot.
What the fuck am I meant to do with 8 pounds of mercury?
I don't know. Build a giant thermometer.
And all that people with it.
But the main thing that you guys were meant to deal with was the bounty on Faraday, because of their many legalization and problems that they've caused. But unfortunately, all of that information and, well, I guess, evidence has all been destroyed. So there is currently not a bounty on Faraday. So they appreciate you for doing it, but as long as Faraday chooses to either work for ARC or basically you guys babysit them to make sure that they don't cause any more, you know, genocidal actions, then they're kind of okay with whatever. So yeah, Faraday, do you want to work for ARC now?
I guess so.
Yippee!
It's either work for Ark or go to jail.
Yeah, pretty much.
If he has to be with us, he's weighing his options.
I wonder if we would go back there now.
Can I go back to the Iskal, please? No, I'm joking.
Third option.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, I guess I work with art.
Okay, welcome aboard. You want to work with this crew as reclaimers? Well, they're kind of reclaimers on and off. Every other mission is like exceedingly good or exceedingly bad.
It's a 50-50. There is no midpoint.
Yeah. Which is probably the reason why you guys are not going to be going up the ladder anytime soon. You need a sense of consistency. Once you find consistency, then you can improve.
Hey, we just need accurate intel.
Where you can revolutionize.
Right then. I am going to, Mr. Alexander, I am going to go look for some exosuit blueprints so that you can help repair me the next time I get damaged. So I may be a while. So try not to get lost without me, eh? I walk away from the group to do alone things.
Okay.
I'll follow him.
I just said I wanted to be alone. God damn it.
You're fine.
Why are you following me? No, go do your own things. I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
You know, misery. What do people say? Misery loves company.
I suppose if you're around familiar company, you can't get hurt. So come along, I suppose.
Everyone's just sparring 0 now.
Please.
Oh,
God damn it.
Yeah, we can't. I can't understand what you're saying.
Oh, is Enu muffled for everyone else as well?
Yes, yes.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my headphones died. Well, sound muffled. Apologies.
You sound like you're under the covers.
That's what happens when I can't use my headphones. Badge.
Sag.
I heard headphones.
Yep.
I heard Sag.
Yeah, because my headphones died.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And now I sound muffled.
Well, here's an idea. Stop being muffled.
I'm trying my best. Fuck you.
No,
That's the
you're
perfect
not.
solution.
Mm.
Oh, well. Anyway.
Yeah, and meanwhile, would you like me to start working on you?
Oh, no, not yet. I'd rather get some certain things done. Like I said, I need to find similar exosuit blueprints for Alexander, just in case I get damaged again. I'm sure they were around here somewhere. Maybe I should check them.
Oh, by the way, Phil, can Alexander turn in the picture he took of that robot and the broken beacon?
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, this is cool. Did you want just like information on it, or?
Yeah, some information. If they know anything.
They do let you know that it's an old type of technology that has since been banned. It is basically an organically grown mechanical creature. That's basically all of those like plates and panels and wire and everything was grown using like artificial ways of producing those kinds of like circuitry and metal and whatnot. So it was an artificially, creature, and it was built, but it was made using stuff. Have you ever seen, maybe this is not good, but there's like this Rick and Morty where they like get a space whale and then they rip open its guts and he like takes out its like intestines or whatnot and fills it with something else.
Oh yeah. When they talking to Beth about her being a clone.
Yeah. Anyway,
No,
not to do too many spoilers, but yeah. Basically, it was seen as inhumane, but during times of war, they're like, yeah, you know what? We'll use all this, archaically gathered material.
If it gives us an advantage, we'll do it.
I mean, it's during a war. It's not like going to be much afterwards.
Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna keep. Maybe I should sell the weightless stuff that I got from robbing Feode. If they're interested in it.
Fucking thief.
Hey, finders keepers, shut up over there. You got 35 credits. You don't need any more.
You don't want to give them to like Inu or Mia, who like engineer and craft stuff.
I mean, I also have a bunch of tools. You don't see me handing it to them.
Okay. I'll give you 3 favor for the tools, or 3 credits. Excuse me.
Which tools?
The weightless tool set.
All of them?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. Faraday's like, my tools that I stole.
My tools that I stole from you. And now that I got that +3 more credits, I can finally afford it. Spell, can I get another implant for my eye?
Oh, what do you want?
I'd like to upgrade the hologram thing to where they can take physical form.
Oh, you want to upgrade the DRP?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I write down how much the upgrades are worth?
Yeah, we wrote it down in DMs. You told me the full price.
Gotcha, yeah. So 4 credits is a DRP +1. So you can record and project 3D images now. For 4 credits.
And what will it take to upgrade it to where those things can basically...
Projections, like programmable?
Yeah.
That's 5 more to get it to +2.
So what does it give me for the +2?
Basically, you can cast, programmable illusion or minor illusion. So if you scan like yourself, you can now project that, but with a +2, then you can like, and you have to still like be like around a corner or something, like projecting it. You can't just like make a recording of yourself walk around a corner, because then it just won't exist anymore. But it could basically move independent from you.
So it can move around?
Yeah. It just can't like touch things or interact with things until you get the hard light attachment.
I need to get that. How much for that? Question mark.
That's 10 credits, because hard light technology is still, it's still like in like development.
I can get both of the upgrades and have, I think, like 8 credits left, so I need 2 more credits. Wait, no, I need 3 more credits for everything.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I have anything else worth selling. Might just sell the laser gun that I got for off of fucking... Nah, I'm gonna keep that. I need a gun.
Yeah, I gave you that. I paid for that with my hard-earned cash.
Credits.
How rude.
Shut up, I robbed you.
You're not getting any more rude.
Exactly.
I say we just toss your ass in prison.
I mean, Faraday does have a bunch of money on him.
You're right, we toss his ass in prison and we take the credits.
Dude.
And we'll
I'll be
toss
right
him in there
back.
with him.
All
He
right.
needs a cellmate.
Wait, what?
You could, no. Stop being nice.
Now.
You know what, actually? Faraday.
Yes, little one.
You owe me an allowance.
You owe me child support.
Yeah, child support.
You've been paying me child
We've
support.
been taking care of your slime. You owe us credit.
Technically, you guys
That
kidnapped
one
him.
abuses me. Points to Alexander. That one abuses me.
Hey, I still get money.
He's working.
Technically, you guys.
How did we kidnap him when he's the one that signed up to work for ARC?
Yeah.
He's a child. He has hard contract.
He did.
How much would the motorized tool set be? And I powered it.
Did you get it repaired?
No, it wasn't damaged. It was just
Oh, okay.
unpowered.
The motorized tool set, that would probably be 2 credits.
Damn, I need one more
MIA
credit.
once said, "Finally, the gun assembled."
Actually, I'll make it 3 credits just for you, buddy.
Alright, I'll take that. And I'll sell the motorized tool set and then get all 3 of those upgrades.
Okay. Alexander can now do Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Pretty much. And cast illusions, pretty much.
You just have to
How-
scan something, and dependent upon like how difficult or like complicated the thing is, I might need to make you do some rolls and whatnot. This will just
That's
give you
fair
like
enough.
an extra dice for like doing a thing.
Like, how far is the hard light?
20 feet.
I thought we
Like-
agreed upon 30 feet.
It's written down here. It says 20 feet for 10 minutes.
Ah, nice. So they last 10 minutes.
And that's like in a separate room from you. They last up to 20 feet for 10 minutes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
if I'm away from them.
Yeah, no, like you could project something up to probably like 30 or 40 feet away, maybe. But like if you like turn away from it and start focusing on something else, they'll last for 10 minutes.
Damn, man.
What if I was to look back at them? Would it reset the timer or would it continue?
That would reset the timer. That's how you're able to have more than one projection active at a time. Because otherwise you would have to like project like a crowd of people, you know. So if you have like 5 different projections up at a time, you have to like keep looking at them and make sure that they're like running correctly and whatnot.
What's the limit on how many I could?
It depends on
5?
what it is you're projecting.
What
I'll
if it
say
was
for
me?
humanoids like yourself, that would be 5.
That's fair enough.
If it's like
take
beach
that.
balls, maybe like 50.
It's just 50 beach balls.
Just like a
Quickly,
sled now.
everyone run, not distract them.
If you think of like the old Gary's mod days of like all the different things that you can load in, that like what can your laptop handle, you know?
Alright, let me see how many nukes I can spawn before my laptop crashes.
You cannot project an illusion of a nuke.
I can project the explosion.
No, just a bomb,
Just a
not the
mini
explosion. No,
It's just a mini explosion.
no,
Aww.
they have to be objects.
I make a fake grenade and I toss it at someone.
If you want to be able to create explosives with your eye, you're gonna have to spend 50
Hell
credits.
no, that's... Yo, you guys want to let me borrow your credits?
No.
I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. I swear.
Just sell your organs.
Yeah, at that point.
These are artificially made by Orc. They ain't gonna buy them.
Sell them back.
My entire body was made by them at this point.
Yeah, sell them to other people.
Sell them back.
The only thing I can sell to them will be my fucking bones.
Sell them back.
I need these bones.
You don't
Yeah,
need
you
to.
can spare a few. You have hundreds of them.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll just own the credits my own way.
We have teams replace them. Fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright, once Alexander's done with this, he'll just be waiting at the ship for everyone else. But he will be scanning himself at this point. He's getting every detail of himself.
Okay. You're just looking in a mirror.
Yeah, pretty much. He's just like looking at a full-length mirror. doing
Yeah,
a
this
little
would be
spin
very
to scan
different if you
everything.
had like an actual DRP, but because you have it embedded into your eye, you're having
He's
a
just
lot
taking
of
himself out.
difficulty.
Everyone thinks like I'm just like flexing it to a mirror. Like I'm just like I'm egotistic and I'm just like really interested in myself.
It's even worse because you probably have multiple mirrors set up so that you can get all the angles.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just surrounded by mirrors.
You all are laughing now, but just wait until I make clones of myself.
It's good that we only have vampire, or else this won't even work.
Yeah.
And wait, off
Yeah, he looks in a mirror and all he sees is his bones. The cybernetic
right,
bones.
I forgot.
Again.
All I
They
see is
just-
the cybernetic endoskeleton inside of me.
like he makes it like a bite slash version and this is a skeleton version.
I just look like one of the fucking Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics without the suit.
How much would it cost to get like a fabricator and all the stuff I need to set up my haven inside the ship?
If you want to get a fabricator, that would probably be either an upgrade to a station that you already have in a ship, or you would have to get a station in the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the ship the armory thing, but it doesn't always work every time. It's never been used.
I guess I could upgrade.
I always have I already have a buttload of weapons.
But yeah, you guys have a med bay and a robotics bay currently. What kind of stuff are you looking at, Faraday?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you needed a fabricator for what? What are you making?
Just for like the haven, because that's one thing I like for a fabrication workshop.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't actually looked at your character sheet.
So I haven't been paying attention.
You've got two character sheets, so I wasn't sure which one.
It's they're you kind of look either one. Just one actually has like stuff to put to tack on, like harm. You can really look at either one. and make your own
Laboratory.
difference.
You have a layer or lab that is quite adequate for lurking in private. Yeah. Fabrication workshop, since most of your equipment is a bit unorthodox and probably illegal, you make most of your own gear. If you need a special item, roll plus weird. On a plus 10 plus, you can make it. Plenty of that in the matters. On a 7-9, you make it and you barely miss. You've crafted the wrong thing. Yeah, unfortunately, I think what we need to do is like change your lair, because I feel like your lair was on that planet. So we'll need to find a way to allow you to implement some of this stuff into the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, defense system. That's why you were asking about how many booby traps you can place on the ship. I see.
No traps.
Yeah.
I will say,
None of that.
I can't.
What the hell?
Oh, there we go.
Dog?
What was that?
Ghost Hunter and his dog.
What was that?
I'll tell you what.
That's
Because
my
you have
dog.
fabrication workshop and you have surgical room, I think if we make the robotics and the medical bay just +1, that will allow you to do the stuff that you need to do.
Okay.
Are you saying we upgrade the medical bay?
Yep.
I agree with this.
So now your med bay is +1. So now when you make a roll that uses the med bay, not only do you get an additional dice, but it gets a +1 on that dice. And it also has extra things too, like rather than just having like a bed and like some tape and some very basic tools, now it probably has like an actual scalpel system with like some mirrors and like robotic arms or whatnot for like fine surgery and whatnot, like that kind of stuff.
And what you say?
Thank you, Faraday.
No, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. Also, you guys get your escape pods back.
Yippee!
Can't do it that high pitch. How big is the EMP shield?
How big is what?
The EMP shield. It's alien tech, 4 credits.
Did we get any ship points from this mission?
No, you guys are just not disqualified
Damn it, we really
from
need
Ark.
to upgrade our ship.
Yeah, you guys could also change ships. Don't forget.
No.
No. Never.
Alien tech, EMP shield, perhaps a shielded magnetic repulsion that deflects
We
bullets.
can't switch ships because we don't keep the upgrades, and I'm not losing this +1 med bay.
So I'll kind of leave it up to you on like how big or like what you want it to look like. But basically this is like a way to give you resistance to like certain types of damage, like physical damage. So this would kind of be like it would be +1 armor, but it'd be like situational armor in a way. But you can describe it of whether or not it's like a Captain America shield, or you know, maybe it's just like a chest harness or something. Like you can describe what it looks like. Yeah.
Come on.
Sparrow, I have something that's a funny idea. I'm gonna tell you it after the session.
Okay.
Wi-Fi. Don't fail me now.
And how big of an item of an object can the help make?
MIA1 said, I apologize, I was getting food.
The help can create a cube that's about like 30 foot square. It's just a matter of how complex of an item that you need to make that it might not be able to do it. Anything that you can make in Minecraft, it would be easily able to do.
Okay.
Buy something.
So I could make something that I'd be able to glide with, potentially?
No, it's static.
As in it doesn't move at all?
Correct.
Okay.
I would like to buy some while I'm at the station. Hello?
Hmm?
I want to buy the jacket Omni tool.
Okay. Let's see. Where's the Omni tool? That's 3 credits.
Tools.
Okay. Yep. That will basically allow you to interface with most things to open doors or activate devices or...
Motherfucker's even copying my robotic eye.
Yeah. Well, if like something is broken or not working, this will help you figure out why and how to fix it. You know, it's just a universal thing that lets you, you know, give you an extra dice for utilizing or fixing something.
And Alexander has been using it to hack into everything.
MIA1 said, I would like to inspect the stats of my new gun.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I'm like juggling 5 different windows right now. Hold on.
Quickly, everyone asks for stuff. Make it 7.
No.
This would just be a serious weapon, a sniper rifle. 4 harm, far. But it can be broken down and disguised, which is like the big thing. This is like if you've ever seen like a spy movie or something of like someone walking in with like a briefcase or something, and then they like open it up and build a gun out of like 52 things. That's what this is. It is very fine quality. It looks like it's ancient. Like this looks like it would be a collector's item. It would definitely sell for more than 4 credits, but it looks kind of fancy. It looks like something like Hitman
said,
would use.
A ghost gun.
Yeah.
And also, it's
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna buy another thing, the solar collect.
Okay.
What the fuck is with you buying everything that Alexander bought?
It's all useful items. I'm surprised not everyone's buying these things.
I'm looking at a different list of things to buy at the moment. I already bought an Omni tool one time and I killed someone in an elevator with it, so I gave it to Mia.
You just need to stay away from hacking stuff.
But no, it's because I had to roll weird and I'm not weird like you guys.
Exactly, stay away from that.
Yeah, you weirdo.
Hey, this weirdo has gotten us a lot of open doors.
Hey, I'm a weirdo when it comes to weapons.
Weirdo.
Weirdo.
Oh no, I'm a weirdo. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
Oh, what the Borg, man.
What the?
Also,
Interesting.
I don't know what this is.
Touchdown.
I have a feeling that might have been copyrighted.
Yes, that was very copyrighted.
What was that?
Who the hell was playing that music?
This bot just doesn't play stuff that I like type in something and it's just like, no, I'm gonna play something random.
I have music.
Like, I don't know what that is. It's not even communicating with me anymore.
It's temperamental.
Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just wanting to like screen share me playing something on YouTube or something at this point. I'm so fed up of trying to use music bots.
I forgot to regret it. So I'm gonna also get the touchdown.
You said touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just can't use links anymore. They're like, oh, you have to subscribe and pay $15 a month to use this feature.
Boom.
I'm like, no, thank you. Here, if anyone wants to listen to music, I'm sharing Chrome. If you don't want to listen to music, that's fine. I'm so fed up at this point. Who else needs help with something?
Well, I'm currently trying to go around the ARC station looking for some sort of archive or something similar.
That's what ARC is.
Oh.
ARC the archive.
That's what it is. ARC the archive. Fair enough.
Yeah. You could easily access a terminal or have someone look up something for you.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Exosuit blueprints or similar things. What do I find?
I don't remember what music was playing at the space station. I'm just playing this. So there is some information detailing different kinds of, exosuits and like power armors and different things and whatnot. Nothing that's even close to what you are, but there is like some general information about stuff like this and how it works of like, you need to, make it accessible for different body parts, and you have to build like a shell, and then there's a frame, and then there's outer armor and this stuff underneath, and it's like a whole thing, and how it was never really practical because no one can ever find like a power source that was small enough. It was just always easier to just build a robot than like an exosuit, stuff like that. What specific are you like looking for?
Just for blueprints about how they function, how they work, that sort of stuff. And
would you be willing to submit yourself for processing? To
yes,
have your information recorded and whatnot?
I will submit myself for processing, yes.
Okay. Yeah. It will take a little bit,
dead.
but they will scan you and give you a full detailed readout, and they will put you in the archive.
Alright. Picking up, can I have this information sent to to my ship, please?
Yeah. They give you like a little data disk, like a thumb drive or something.
Alrighty. After that, I just make my way back over to the exchange areas, see if I can utilize anything with my credits. Or actually, are there any potential upgrades that I can have as a suit of power armor, or do they not do those?
They don't automatically have stuff like that in stock, but like if you want to get some sort of augment, I could figure out something for you. What are you thinking about? Like, do you want me to give you a list of options, or do you want to ask about something?
A jetpack.
Like
a jetpack suited for power armor. I do actually have a picture of what those look like. If you want me to grab one of those.
If you want to get an actual propulsion system that would allow your suit to be able to fly in any environment, that would be just as expensive as purchasing an actual ship engine. If you wanted to give yourself some modified movement while you're in 0G, that would be more reasonable. But you have to be basically in space.
That's more so what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Also, just something that allows me to, like climb large structures, like or like not stay in the air indefinitely, but like allow me to at least, thrust myself upwards if need a certain distance if need be. Still not a lot because I'm super heavy and stuff like that. Something similar to this.
I think what I'll do is I'll make that's going to be really expensive. What I'll do is I'll make these maybe upgrades to the touchdowns, where it's like you start off with magnetic feet and then you get like small little air currents to adjust you, like in Space Engineers and like Dead Space, and then you can get like a full-blown flight suit to keep you afloat in any atmosphere.
Okay. Fair enough. But now I'll just I won't go down that route then. Fair enough.
Okay.
That's a lot. Yeah. Aside from that, take a look. Could I grab a help?
Yeah.
I will grab a help.
Oh, wait. Yes. I was just trying to remember. Initiates can purchase alien tech, just not hyper tools.
Yep, it's just hyper. This is not available.
Yep.
Alrighty. I will purchase one help.
Okay. And like the biggest thing that these are super useful is like if you ever come across like a crevasse, you can just build a bridge out of hard light and just walk across it, and it won't move.
In that case, I'll get another help.
Okay. Do you want to like do you want to like upgrade your help so that it like has a bigger area of effect, or do you actually want to?
No, I'll upgrade the help then.
Okay. I'll say that if you spend 4 credits for the 1 help and then 3 more, that will increase its range to like 40 square feet. And it can do slightly more complex constructions. So it can do curves now.
Okay, cool. I will also grab a... trying to think. You know what? No, I'll hang on to the rest of my credits. No, I'm good. I'm all good.
Last I'm going to buy is last few I'm gonna buy. It's gonna be the multi-tool and the sniffer.
Okay.
How much would it cost to fix my sniffer? I remember I used it to take a sample of the liquid inside of the
just 1 credit.
area. Alright. I'll do that. And
Okay.
then I'll buy an EP shield, a help, and a giraffe.
Okay. Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
giraffe
right,
is
get
one of my
the,
favorites. I think the giraffe will be super useful.
I will also give the touchdowns back to Silver. Here you go.
Thank you.
And actually, because I'm like tying the touchdowns to having the like 0G movement, maybe I'll make your touchdowns, Silva, automatically have that like +1 upgrade to it.
Okay.
Because that gives you like the flying while you're in space.
Then I also give the data disk containing my information and blueprints and stuff to Alexander. Here you
Alexander eats it like a stick of gum.
are. No,
Alexander takes it and then fucking yeah, you know what? Screw it, Alexander. No, I'm not gonna eat it like a stick of gum.
He grows a camera head.
What's this?
Just a butterfly.
it's a data disk containing the information necessary to repair me, or understand me better.
Ah, good. You managed to get it.
That is correct.
I'll look through the information.
Alright.
That way next time we have to fix you, I'll be better off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
True.
Hopefully. Yes.
Alexander's gonna go and study it.
Yeah. Have the doctor fix you, not the engineer.
Shut up, Faraday. No one likes you.
Faraday likes Faraday. Maybe.
You had to take that back.
Maybe.
You'll never know. Or dare you say I'm like myself?
Aside from that, I just head back to the ship because I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, and I'll accept the solar collector on top of the ship if I can do that without destroying it. Could I do that?
Sorry, I'm writing stuff. What do you want to do?
I would like to put the solar collector on top of the ship.
What do you want to hook it up to? Again, like the solar collector is like a backpack. Have you ever seen like one of those like jumper cables that people keep in like their trunk or something that has like a battery in it for like emergency starting your car? That's what this is. So if you want to hook it up to something, you can hook it up to one thing permanently if you want. But if you just want to like put it on the ship, I'll just assume that's like to the engine or something.
Yeah, like kind of like
Again, this is a device used to be used in like the fields. This isn't like a ship upgrade.
Oh, okay. Can that be like kind of like a big panel kind of thing? I didn't think it was like a backpack.
Yeah. Like it kind of looks like whatever you want it to look like, depending upon like the specific use that you want to try and use it for. So it could be like a giant solar panel. It could be like like a cape or something. It could be a backpack. It could be, just a box, whatever you want it to look like. But basically it powers these batteries that are handheld that you use for like handheld tools or something, or a spark plug for emergency starting an engine or something.
I think I'll have it like be a backpack and then
Okay.
keep it on me.
Yeah. Yeah, you could hook it up to like a Killing Floor 2 weapon or something.
Yeah. A solid power lightsaber.
Yeah. That would use up a lot of energy, but yeah.
That's how they started out. They had backpacks that had wires going
Exactly.
to the lightsaber.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Or you could just get like a if you want an energy sword, you could just get like a you could get a what's the best way to describe
Say
this?
it.
You could get like a stick and wrap Eno around it. And just whack people with it.
Yeah,
The poison damage.
The Emu sword.
Seriously?
We kill
I
Enu
didn't
and
realize
just
I was
turn them
muted.
into
What
a
the heck,
weapon.
man? I can hear you.
You're not saying
Yeah,
anything.
That's the point.
I just realized I was muted, but no, please, no.
Cup off, finger.
Make a
No,
slime sword.
no.
Make a slime sword out of solace.
Hey,
Yeah, why not him? Why not him? Use Solus, please.
Actually, make him into a whip.
Yeah, but knowing Solus, he'll be too annoying. I don't want my sword talking to me the whole time.
Well, no, but he would be annoying the opponents as well.
It's just insulting both of them.
Have you guys never seen High on Life?
I've played it.
I have.
I've played it. It's a great game.
Oh, Silva, are you getting like the EMP shield to be like this like arm thing that activates as like an energy shield or something?
Yeah, have you
That's
seen Next Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow?
I might have, but like I've
It's
seen so many
from a long
different
time
things.
ago.
Yeah.
It was like another version of Earth with the kids of the Avengers trying to fight Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
But he had essentially an energy shield.
Yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, you guys are getting pretty kitted out. But yeah, that's all the adventure that I had planned for today. So we can spend some more time buying things, crafting things, or just generally hanging out. But whenever you guys want to call it, we can call it.
Alexander and Zero are gonna be looking over the schematics that they got.
Zero.
Yeah?
Are you ready for it now?
Actually, you guys have an incomplete scan because they scanned Zero without one of his arms.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, you should have got the scan before.
Well, I mean, the one arm is the same as the other arm, so it's fine. Sure, it's fine.
You can't even that. We don't put together.
Well, can
can
Alexander
improvise.
study it? That way he will get it ready.
Yes.
Alright. Next time I have to either modify, repair Zero. At least with this, I'll have a greater advantage.
It's a fill in the blank blueprint.
Pretty much. It's just it's like one of those fucking. It's like a
Mad Lib's
code, but it's
blueprint.
missing some.
It's Mad Lib's blueprint. He's gonna pull
It
off
is!
the hand next time.
Well,
Ah,
Just
that's
woke
payday.
up from his prophesying
He
dreams.
slept through the bugs.
Sorry, some stuff was family. My bad.
It's okay, bud.
You're fired.
bruh, be nice.
I'm talking to
You're
you.
not.
I know, but
You're,
still.
you're not art.
I-
You can't fire me.
You're fired.
Look, all we gotta do is find your parents and they'll fire you.
He's an orphan.
My parents are the ones that hired me. What?
That'll be the reasons Art fire you.
Can I just say, I rolled to see what else picked up the transmission of that thing, and let's just say that the Iskal was one of the nicer things to roll.
Wait, you mean to tell us we could have ended up fighting something?
Yeah.
I thought that's what was gonna happen.
I'm glad we didn't have to fight the Iskal. They would have whooped our shit.
I mean, you guys
They
are
would've
pretty
won.
passive, and they were passive, so you guys just kind of ended passively and didn't do anything or go anywhere, which
Well,
sometimes is a good thing.
Look, we're always passive unless there's something annoying there.
Like, Silva was wary of them, but if they weren't doing anything obviously like, hostile towards them, he wasn't gonna say, like, do anything hostile towards them.
Alexander kills, but only the people that deserve it.
Why is Saul's still alive then?
Yes, he doesn't know how to kill something he physically can't slash to death. And I
All
can't
he
just
knows
toss
is
him in his
slash.
face. No one gave me, they never let me learn any other moves.
Anyway, Paimon,
Yes.
I repair surgery.
You were gonna tell me what you could do, because we didn't decide anything exclusive yet.
Oh yeah, right.
Well,
Uh,
looking at this very special ability that you have here, it's called I can make them better.
I am better.
I am stronger.
I am stronger. I am faster. I am better. I am better. God.
Do you mind if I read it for the class, or do you want to keep it a secret, Faraday?
and now it's fine.
Well, I mean, you could describe it in your own words if you want to role play it out. I just figured I would. To make a general announcement to everyone, he has an ability that says you can use the principles of twisted science to permanently empower one of your fellow hunters for a price. Sacrifice a luck point and know that you will be a little less human from now on. A hunter can only go through this once safely. To perform this operation, roll plus weird, and then you get to choose 2 twisted enhancements from the list below.
So he has to take the hit for it.
Yes, he takes
No,
the hit
zero.
for it.
Okay.
The first time, that is.
For the first time.
Wait, I have
Depending
to take
on
the
who
hits?
he does it to.
Is it possible? Can I give him my little luck charm? So he doesn't
Oh
lose any.
no, yeah, it
Yeah,
it
that
is
would
on the
work.
person. The person that he makes the thing will sacrifice a luck point, knowing they are a little less human from now on.
Oh, yeah, they
And then
get-
you get
Well, I
2
was-
twisted enhancements, and it says look from the list. I assume that's gain +1 ongoing to a basic move, gain permanent 1 armor, gain a natural attack from the monstrous playbook. Yeah, so basically this is all stuff that Alexander has already done to themselves.
Yes, this is pretty much.
Would that mean if Alexander does it to himself again, he'd get a bonus?
I think you would.
I think
Yes
what I'd
and
like
no.
to do is, because we were kind of already tossing this idea back and forth, is in addition to those 3 options here, because you guys can do different things such as getting cyberware or getting items attached to you or whatnot, I did say that Zero could get his armor increased and it would be for a price and whatnot, but I think Faraday has a specific ability that just lets him do it if people sacrifice a luck point.
I am willing to sacrifice a luck point for that. I am.
Okay. He still has to make a roll, and depending upon what it is, he could either give you 2, 1, or 0 improvements.
0, and he just loses a luck point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get traumatized.
On a 0, you both gain 1 experience.
Okay.
Yeah, on a 0, a disaster. You are scarred for life.
On a 0,
Yeah,
you both
You,
die.
you gain
Blow
a
up.
scar.
Listen,
But-
I'm over 50. I've seen some shit. Okay.
There's literally no downsides to this other than spending a luck point, basically.
Yeah, well, I don't get traumatized. I don't.
To be fair, Faraday is the only one that can do this because of his special ability. Any of you can try to do crafting or like upgrades to either yourself or an ally. It's that Faraday has this thing to you can spend a luck
Specific
point.
skill.
Yeah.
Like I specify, yeah, anyone could do it, but I specify.
Yeah.
What is your class called again? So I could check. Does it read to
Sorry,
it?
guy.
What's it called again? Because I'm about to level up and steal your skill.
So I could genuinely get the skill right now because I have 1 level.
Call it the science guy.
The
That's why
science
I made
guy.
the Zilk, you idiot.
He learned from his master, Bilisnius.
He really was a science guy, wasn't he?
Mhm. Or sorry, Billiam. I like the name Billiam.
William Nye.
William Guile.
He was the science guy.
Bill Nye.
Okay,
the
but yeah,
science guy.
Zero, do you want like an upgrade? And what would you want one of your 2 upgrades to be?
Just +1 armor.
Okay.
Okay.
If
Here we
he
go.
is successful, you could get 2. So what would you want your second
Oh.
one to be?
Can I pick the same one?
No.
At that
Okay,
point, you're
alright.
immortal. What the hell, man? You don't need that much defense.
All right. Fine. What are my options?
You can gain +1 to a stat. You can gain +1 ongoing to a move. You can gain +1. You can gain a natural attack, or otherwise buff a natural attack that you already have.
Okay. In that case, I will just have a +1 to tough.
Okay. And because you have this ability, you're rolling 2 dice, but because you have the robotics bay, you're rolling +3. And because you have the readout, I will let you roll 4 dice, and you have +1 to one of these rolls, Faraday. Roll 4 dice plus weird.
Okay, here we go.
4 dice plus weird +1 to a roll.
And again, just to like give an example of what this would normally be, of like if you wanted to get armor of just like a +1 armor, that would probably be like a couple credits, but to get 2 armor, that would be like 10 to 20 credits. To get 30 would be at least 50 credits. So the fact that he's going from 3 to 4 with just this ability roll is insane, but he only gets 1 shot at this.
Okay, that is a 9, 5, that's a 7,
and a 5.
No, I
Basically,
got
you
1.
just didn't have to get a failure here, and you succeeded. So Zero, please mark off 1 luck, and you get +1 armor and +1 tough.
Fuck yes. I
You
now have 4 armor and +3 tough.
You are this close to Space Marine. I want you to know that.
You just need flesh and you be a Space Marine.
No, he needs a bolter, and then he'll be able to go toe-to-toe with a Space Marine.
Engineers, get to work.
No.
Oh,
He
we
needs...
sure do love 4 armor.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Alexander with literally 0.
Oh.
Hey, at least you guys have the robotics bay that, like, if he does get damaged, you can repair him. That was, like, the biggest problem that you guys had for the longest time.
And we do have some blueprints to help us repair him.
Correct. So, like, you guys are in a really good spot now. Like, this is kind of crazy that we're already here at, like, after only a few sessions. I'm gonna have to give you guys something challenging next session. That's not like a mystery puzzle of, like, to figure out which person to save.
Sparrow, Zero may not be able to die, but I still can. Please, spare me.
Palma, your turn.
I am indestructible.
I'm pretty sure I can still rip your head off.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Paimon left again. Gosh dang it.
Oh no.
I've read Scarlet Child. Dang it.
Oh dang it.
Oh dang it.
Oh dang it.
I'm ready to cut a kid's arm off.
Silva, is there anything else you wanted to do?
Is Mia awake?
Mia?
The only other thing I was gonna want to do was like the last time that we tried to figure out how the disintegration gun worked, we almost messed it up.
Oh,
But
okay.
I feel like it's fine. It's worth it to try
MIA1
again.
said, I'm here.
Do you want to try to figure out how the disintegration gun works again?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will allow you to get a +1 for this because of the various stuff that the ship has, though you don't technically have a +1 armory. Oh, wait, do you have a +1 armory? I forget. Hold on.
I have an armory. We never upgraded it. We never used it because I already had so many weapons.
You have a
But that was
+1
the-
storage that has given you access to weapons. That's what it was. Okay.
I just remember vaguely that from my Haven, the main thing I wanted was the armory. I already had so many weapons.
Who's rolling to help out? Is it Silva or Mia?
I'm helping because
Okay.
Mia is the more technical one.
I will let you roll 3d6 Silva plus cool. Just because I think that you have experience with weapons and making use of things that you don't necessarily know how to use. You're a scavenger. You're a pirate, basically. So roll 3d6
I'm
plus.
definitely going to be spending an 8 point.
Um,
So I got a 2, a 3, a 6, and an 8 point.
Oh, you've got a +1. Okay. A 2, a 3, a 6, and an egg point. So that's 2 successes and 2 failures.
A mixed success and a.
Oh yeah, no, 3 is a mixed success. You're correct. So I'm gonna say that's 1 success and 2 mixed successes, which will still give Mia the extra dice. So Mia has 1 for trying it. Let's see, 1 for your help, 1 for the area, and I think 1 for expertise as well. So I think she gets to roll 4 dice. What would this be? Probably plus tough, because I think that's her weapon skill. I think she built into tough. Yeah, because tough is kicking ass. So I'll say it's plus tough. Okay, what's your plus tough modifier? If it's even +1, she got successes across the board, so I don't think she needs it. I'm sure tough is at least +1. I have an army. We have a 0.
That is pretty much how this is. We have a 0. That's it.
Let's see. Where's the character sheet?
I am the win button.
Oh, she has nothing
know,
to
until
touch.
you accidentally
MIA one
slip.
said, +1.
Oh, okay, you do have plus. All right. Yeah.
Sparrow, you know a fight that I would absolutely love to pay and watch and see? Fucking Zero versus Hars.
Hellsguard.
Harsguard, you know, from Remnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would go pretty much how it did during the campaign, but with me dying less. Because again, you've got a lot of physical armor, but not a lot of energy armor.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe Faraday
If
can figure out a
someone's-
way to craft that energy.
The Tesla armor?
If someone
Yeah,
tried to punch
exactly.
you, their hand would break. But if they shot you with a plasma rifle,
I will give you guys 3 questions about the gun. Silva and Mia, what do you know? What do you want to know about this gun?
I mainly want to figure out what exactly the I want to figure out what the ammo is so that we can potentially, in the future, learn how to make more of it. That's the main thing I wanted to know.
Okay. I'm going to roll to decide.
MIA one said, I want to know how it built.
So you tell me how build it.
So I'm gonna answer both of these 2 questions at once because I think, you know, the reason why it's built is dependent upon the ammo. It is a reinforced neutrinium rod that's in a similar way that a it's like a Gauss rifle. It's very similar to a Gauss rifle, but uploaded to the point that where it impacts, it almost like creates a miniature black hole that just like absorbs all matter and then implodes in a split second. And this requires such energy moving at an extreme amount that what the actual canister is for the ammo, it has to be crafted in such a secure fashion that it can only be done in some very secure places. You could probably get someone with Galnashian technology to craft these casings, but it would be up to you for you to basically fill them with fuel and ammo. And maybe if you got someone with Elytrean technology, they would be easily able to get you this energy, but they wouldn't be very good at crafting the casings. So you might need to find like a joint deal of either some business that has connections with both, or somebody that has, you know, that or whatnot. But this wouldn't be something that you guys would be able to make yourselves. And if you want to spend like your final question to be like, is there a name or manufacturer on it or whatnot, I could give you a lead on somebody. But I'll leave that final question to you. But yeah. That's what I'll kind of give you, is that this will require very special kind of ammo. But yeah, this literally, it doesn't vaporize people as much as it like causes them to be imploded. Yeah. There are different ways of like disintegration rifles. There is vaporization. There is
People
antimatter
are
bullets. But this is
beyond
literally
the walking tank and having a black hole gun. What I do can now make a copy of
this is the reason why it's so dangerous to take something like this through wormholes and warp gates, is because if something like this were to go off, it would do more damage than just like disintegrating a spot or a person. This could actually rip a hole in fabric of reality and time and space.
You guys want to kill everyone in known?
Yeah.
No.
Please do not shoot the warp gate with this thing.
Let's end the universe!
No!
Because see, if it just shot a highly concentrated amount of radiation matter, then it would just cause a big explosion and destroy the gate. But because this shoots black holes, that would cause the gate to fold in on itself and implode.
And destroy the entire universe.
It would literally be dividing by zero, where it would take all the space that the wormhole was not connected to but open to. It would flip that and turn all of the space that the wormhole was open to and put it inside. It would literally invert space.
And give the last question to Silver.
Okay. And if you want like a clarifying question about something that has already been asked, you can do that.
I mean, the thing I wanted to know was so
like how to get ammo.
Yeah, because I knew I had a limited supply, and that's what I wanted to know.
Basically, the casings are expended upon usage. So no matter what you do, this is going to be an expensive weapon to get, ammo for. I'm letting you know that it's definitely possible, and you could possibly just stumble upon it and discover it in the future. And when I introduce areas or places that you guys explore, I'll let you know if that technology is reasonable for that planet or whatnot. But in general, is there any other kind of question that you want to ask, or do you just want like a... Because I think the best kind of lead I could give you is maybe like someone engraved their name on it when they built it or something. Because this is not something that was manufactured. This is definitely something that someone made. This is like a custom job. So if you want like that, I think that's maybe the best lead I can give you.
Yeah, because I can't think of anything else. So I guess something like that.
Okay. If that's the case, I think I would like to think about it, and maybe I could give you information in between sessions for you to research the next time we have a session. Just because I want to think about this, but I think that's a really cool door that we've opened that I can investigate for the future. To give you guys a little side quest, basically.
Yeah.
It just says Faraday on the side.
Just me whole time just another match.
No, I'll think I'll make a relation to something or other.
Just says God on the side.
No, it would be like finding a piece of Leto's armor or something. Like I want to give you guys a lead to investigating someone of interest that I think you guys will like.
It says Fahrenheit.
It says Sparrow on the side of it.
It says Isaac Clarke on the side. Sounds like something he would cobble together in a cave with a box of scraps.
Oh yeah, that thing, I just put it together and lost it.
Isaac Clarke is an engineer. He knows how stuff works. He took a plasma cutter and started cutting things.
I lost it.
Yeah, you lost it, bro.
I know, it's just make this monster of a weapon and just lose it.
Where did I leave that galaxy, Buster?
He made this in
I swear to God, I left it over here.
A box of scraps.
It was a challenge that he did.
He's all like, "Oh, that gun, that's just in the beta phase. I got the new one right here."
I mean, Faraday does have a gun that like shoots samples of things, so he could take literal samples of like Inu or Solus and like shoot them at people.
Oh my God! It's the junk jet.
No, it's the syringer.
Oh, it's the
Wait,
syringer.
Needles are involved.
I think of the junk jet.
Don't remember the one. You won't feel that thing.
Let me get
No,
back
the
to you
junk
on
jet would definitely be something someone built in a cave with a box of scraps.
Pretty sure that's how it was made.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. There's lore.
Exactly. All right. Does anyone have any final things before we call it a night?
No,
I do have the thing I need to talk to you, but after the session.
Okay. Once again, I asked, does anyone have anything before we finish the session?
Can Alexander steal some blood?
From who and where?
Everyone all at once in the galaxy.
No.
All right, roll to act under pressure.
Oh, come on.
Natural 20.
You're gonna need to get 50 successes.
I use a luck point.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Do you actually? Do you actually?
Give me the blood!
I don't want my blood.
Alexander, do you?
No.
You don't have any blood. Shut up. Alexander, do you actually spend a luck point to get a sample of blood from anything and everything in the entire world?
I don't think I would have enough space on the ship for this. So, no.
You are currently at an ARC space station that has access to a bunch of samples of different things. Do you want to steal a sample of every type of known blood in existence?
Do it.
What, are they got any vampire blood here?
Do they have any Iskal blood? That's the main question.
No!
Iskal don't have blood.
Oh, darn.
So that explains why Alexander did.
Also, vampires don't have blood. They borrow other people's blood.
I need some infected blood then. I need vampire blood.
But Alexander, if you want to, you can.
You can do it.
Yeah, but the downsides of using a luck point is big.
How many do you have?
I have all of mine.
Which
the
is
thing
like
is,
what,
wait.
5?
7.
Yeah.
7. Okay. Yeah, it's
No, I
certain
have
people
5.
have more or less.
Oh, I see. So he has 5.
If I use mine, my bloodthirsty tendencies just get bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like going to like a big fancy store and getting like a collection of fancy chocolates that's like $200, and then you sit and eat them all in like 15 minutes. And you're just like, well, I should never do that again.
If Alexander does just take all that blood, he would probably then immediately just start sinking it off.
Let me sample this one. Ooh, and this one?
Ooh, what's this one taste like? Ooh, what's this one taste like?
Oh, I think I like number 3 better. Hold on, let me taste it a little again. Let me taste number 5. No, let me taste number 3 again. Now let me taste number 5. Now let me taste number 3 again. Oh, nope, number 3 is all gone.
Instead of like Alexander like tasting ice cream, he's just biting into people.
Oh my god.
Okay,
What's this one taste like?
so you don't steal that.
No, I don't steal any blood.
All right. But that is a good comeback to be
now.
like, you need 50 successes, and you're like, I spent
I
luck
use
point.
a luck point.
Like you got
No.
me, bro. You got me, okay?
I deserve an egg point for that.
My hands are up right now. Like, all right, you got me.
It's your fault for saying the egg point automatically lets you succeed.
Experience.
No,
for,
that is legitimately what a luck point is used for. Because there are some times that it's like, you will need 8 successes on this, and that's going to be incredibly difficult to even get to.
And there is a limited supply of luck.
Yeah.
You don't want to run out.
There is no active way to get a luck point back, except Paimon
Leveling
found
up.
one.
Yeah, in advancement, but that's gonna take a real long time.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
if you
not gonna
stumble
keep
across a
going.
fairy fountain or something, maybe. But where are you
I'm
gonna find one
good.
of those?
We go to the fairy planet.
The fairy planet.
It's like a
There's gotta
Namek-
be one. There's gotta
Like
be
one-
one somewhere.
I call him Namek Arc.
We have a whole Dragon Ball episode. Anyways, no,
Anywho,
I'm
should
good.
we call it a night?
yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, good night.
Yeah.